Okie dokie, I believe we are all the way live. Hello and welcome to my graveyard. I am your host of the evening, the Cemetery Man from Salem, Mass. Always taking names and kicking candy ass, live and in living color here with you only on Grande's Graveyard. And tonight, it is horror movie madness with my one and only, one of my best friends in the whole wide world, the man, the myth, the legend, the Appendino. Matteo is here. Welcome, my friend. How are you, my friend?
Ciao, Grande. Hi to the whole Graveyard family. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Excited for this endeavor. Excited for baseball. Great season. And ready and excited to start.
Yeah, no, man. I gotta say, congratulations to your baseball team because I know we're both big baseball guys. My Mets have been in Aruba for a week or so, but your Jays last night just happened to eliminate the crosstown rival, those New York Skankies. So bye-bye to the Skankies, and the Jays are 4 measly wins away from a World Series appearance, which would be the first time they're there in my lifetime, and the last time they were there was 1993, I want to say, with Joe Carter.
Correct, correct.
Yeah. So I'm pulling for you guys. I'm very happy that there's no more Skankies and we could just look forward to April here in New York for baseball. But you, my friend, I want to say congratulations to the Toronto Blue Jays and my buddy Matteo tonight.
Thank you, man. And I saw that the Yankees were not the more gentle of losers, but that's okay. That's fine.
Oh, well, they can go
That's
cry
fine.
their eyes out on the plane ride home. That's what they can do. But,
That's okay.
dude, I'm very happy to have you here. Baseball talk aside, of course, you came to me a few months ago with this idea to do a horror movie madness episode. And I know generally these things happen in March, but it's spooky season. Everybody's talking horror movies. It's a good night to kind of throw out some brackets and randomize brackets at that, where we will discuss these matchups. You came up with 16 movies. I came up with 16 movies. It's a grand total of 32 movies on the horror movie madness wheel of fun here. Yes, there's going to be 32 horror movies,
And
31
it's our
individual.
personal 16. It's not that we went with the one that we like the most, right?
Oh, of course. Well, I honestly, my whole way I approached it was like, let's make this as like variety based as possible. And the fun thing is, if you guys are watching along in the chat, you can play. You can click the description in the video. You can play the bracket yourself. You could copy and paste this here comment, or you can go to the community tab. Any of those will take you to the right place. If you want to play along, if you want to play your own brackets, let us know what won. People, of course, shared their results throughout the week with me, and I posted them on the page. Very cool, and I'm very happy to have you all here. And the fun thing is, right, the whole wild card, no pun intended with the whole baseball talk, of the show is if Matteo and I do not agree on a matchup, you, the fans, are going to have 30 seconds, half a minute to decide what breaks said tie. And you guys will ultimately shape this thing. So I'm very excited here tonight. We'll get into some comments and then we'll get right into this son of a bitch.
And also the brackets, John, are always randomized. It means like our game will never be the same of one of the person in chat that wants to press on the link is going to be such a different tournament.
Exactly, which is fun because you never know. Like, you could get a really like first round with all these tough matchups, or you can get the easy ones and then the tough matchups come later, and vice versa. So you never know what you're going to get really, and that's what the whole fun of this thing. You can play this a few different times, get a few different final four, final two, if you will. So yeah, no, very very exciting. I'm happy that you thought of this, and it's going to be fun to do here on the show. But we've got a bunch of people in the chat already. Miss C is here. Ciao Grande and Graveyardian friends. Welcome, Miss C. AJ's here throwing poop emojis at us. I don't really appreciate that at all. We got Haddonfield mascot. John's in the house. What's up, Grande, Matteo, and chat? I love these brackets. John Haddonfield was very excited for this. He told me he was making some lasagna for tonight or stuffed shells or something. I was like, hell yeah, man.
For sure, sounds good to me.
Right? Yeah, no, we got to sell. Hey, John, Matteo, chat. Tom, the Undead of Night, is here. Welcome, Tom. Hope all is well with you. We got Anthony Chabot does pop cultures and openings. Hey, how you doing, buddy? By the way, didn't have a good day today. Well, I hope we can turn your day around, my friend. Hopefully you play along with us because this is going to be a lot of fun, and we'd love your participation here. Hey, Grani and Matteo, Mr. Dan in Horror is here. Always got to love Mr. Dan. I just casted my votes. Felt so guilty on some. Yeah, that's the thing. It gets really tough once you fill out your own brackets, because as this thing moves on, it gets tough. Or you could get your top two movies in the first round. and then it's what the heck?
Exactly.
That's what's so fun about this. So I'm very, very excited to play this. Ryan, the Hitman Hanley's in the house. What's up, guys? Hope all is well. Absolutely. Russ is here. Horror and Metal Maestro, Red Rusty 66. And hell yeah, I just ate a Stouffer's frozen lasagna. Now that
It's okay.
well, before we get into this, my friend, because this is going to be fun. What is the okay? You're in Italy. You're from Italy. Where's the best place to get a nice lasagna in Italy? Is there a specific restaurant you like or home?
My mom's lasagna kicks asses, man.
It does.
It really does. And it's the same if you ask any other Italian man, they will say that their mama's lasagna is the best. So it doesn't make any sense. Um, I don't know. It depends. It's the cuisine of Italy. It's very regional, so it depends on what you like and what you want to eat. So I would say that Italian food in Italy, it's to die for in every region that you go. So I don't have a specific place or restaurant that I will recommend for you. Everything.
Okay. Fair enough. And hey, Mama A's homemade lasagna sounds great to me. So I and Matteo, I trust. So I hope you guys have all got your lasagna, your waters, your whatever, your champagne if you're in Toronto area because the Jays. But we're gonna kick this show off. We've got 32 horror movies now. Before I hit play, we have, of course, the statistics of which movies have
Yeah.
won the most, right? The win ratio and then the final win ratio, which final win ratio is, of course, the movie that's won the most brackets. We've had over 100 of these things filled out. It's nearing 200. So if you want to play along here tonight, you'll probably bump us over that number, which would be really cool. But of the 32 movies that we're going to be discussing at one point or another tonight, Matteo, 23 separate winners have been declared on people's brackets. So over 100 brackets have been filled out. 23 of the 32 have won at least one bracket, which I find incredible. But I'm very happy because it seems that we've succeeded on our variety here. Like our variety is totally like hit a home run here because 23 as opposed to 9 that haven't is pretty impressive. And I think it's a testament to how good and, variety based this list is. So I do thank you for your picks, of course. And I think
Yours as well, man.
yeah. And of course, once we start debating, these guys in the chat are going to have to break it up. So let's do this. Let's get it on their way. Everybody, here we go. It's horror movie madness, Grande Matteo style only on the Graveyard. Now, make sure when you hit play now, go to number of choices 32. And go to 32. Yeah. Make sure you go to 32 because some people did only 16 and miss out on half the movies. And we're going to start this son of a bitch, Matteo, as we've got all right, a little bit of the motherland right off the bat. We got an Italian movie versus a Canadian director. This is Matteo's heart right here.
Cannibal I probably cannot vote, man.
Oh. Well, it's Cannibal Holocaust from 1980 versus Videodrome from 1983. What are your thoughts, man? What are your initial thoughts on this match?
Do I start already? Okay, so I think the Cannibal Holocaust is definitely a pioneering movie. Probably it invented a genre which is the found footage genre. I would go that far. I think visibly is shocking. Probably one of the most shocking movies that you can find in horror.
Sure.
On the other side, you have the craft of the body horror of Cronenberg with Videodrome, which I like basically every aspect of it, the story, the acting, the ideas. So it's a very hard, I would say, matchup. What are your thoughts, John? I think
I would agree with everything you said. I mean, when you're talking David Cronenberg cinema, I'm a huge fan. I love Shivers. I love Rabbit. I love, I think the Brood is a great movie. But of all of his works, I think Videodrome was the one that is the most impressive, and it very much defines the era that it came out, right? It was the 1980s. VHS tapes, what people don't remember is like VHS tapes were really sort of a newer thing when Videodrome came out, and the whole idea of putting the slit into James Wood's stomach and long live the new flesh, the great body horror usage, and the whole commentary it had on censorship, right? Of course, the whole late night program that Deborah Harry gets involved in, and she goes a little bit too far. And James Woods is a really fun protagonist in it. I love Videodrome. That's my favorite Cronenberg. I don't know if you're in that boat, but it's my favorite Cronenberg. Would you say, is it in your top Cronenberg? Like, where would it rank Cronenberg wise for you?
The Brood has a special place in my heart. Maybe I'll put it over Videodrome. Um, but I have a sweet spot for Debbie Harry. I'm a huge Blondie fan. So that's a big plus the Videodrome has. But I think I will go with the Brood. But Videodrome, my favorite subgenre, I think, of horror is body horror. So Cronenberg is just a master in that. So I really appreciate all his filmography. But if I have to vote, I am very, like, for me, Cannibal Holocaust have a special place in my heart, and I would probably lean to Diodato. That I
Well,
think
yeah,
that
no, and to get into my thoughts, the Cannibal Holocaust, I'm right there with you. I think it's a revolutionary horror movie. I know a lot of people do not like it for the animal cruelty, and I completely understand that. You have to understand these were different times. This is a movie that came out 45
exact
years ago, and this was a must in a lot of the cannibal pictures, right? They did a lot of these things because these tribes would really do hunt down and kill animals. That's how they, lived and survived in the Green Inferno. And the whole idea I always thought was great with Cannibal Holocaust is the whole idea of these New York City film preps, right? Going into the Green Inferno to make their little documentary, and they start stirring the pot in order to get the footage that they want. And the question of the matter is, how far will they go, and who are the real cannibals, right? That's the big question that's asked, who the real cannibals are. And it's not these primitives, it's not these natives, it's these New
it's
York
the
City film
people.
preps,
Yeah,
yeah, that will do anything to get their footage, right? The infamous scene of the woman impaled on the pole and the guy smiling at it, right? I always thought that was brilliant. Diodato is his best movie, and it's a movie that really defined his entire career. And I think of a great year. 1980 was a great overall year in horror movies. I'm sorry, like Cannibal Holocaust is a slam dunk for me here. And I don't get me wrong, I love Videodrome, and I would be with the Brood would be right there. The Brood would be like my
right?
second favorite
Yeah,
Cronenberg. Those are my top two as well. So, but I'm sorry, long live the new flesh. Me and Matteo, we're in agreement on this one. Cannibal Holocaust moves on, my friend. Let's do it. Cannibal moves on. We're gonna get to the comments before we get to the next matchup, and oh boy, it's a juicy one. But let's keep these people in a little bit of suspense, my friend, because we did have a couple people check into the house while we were talking about that. Cannibal Holocaust can be seen as one of the first movies to show animals. Yeah, absolutely. Slasher Fred is in the house. We got Sean in the house. Hey, good evening, Graveyard Ghouls. Welcome, Sean. The
hi,
CWO
Sean.
is the only way to go, brother. In Videodrome, it's hard to tell whether what James Wood is seeing is real or if it's just his imagination, which I think is the beauty of it.
Yeah,
It's really well done. Holocaust was a big inspiration by the Blair Witch. Absolutely, it was. Alpha says Cannibal Holocaust is incredible, but I gotta go Videodrome here. Yeah, no, I think you
it
could
was a
easily go
tough one,
Video.
John. To start with, it was a tough one.
It is, yeah. Like it's sacrilegious to knock out Videodrome in the
I
first
can't
round.
believe I said no to Blondie. I can't believe it.
we Debbie Harry just got pushed out the door, man. Like
I know.
it's it's crazy. It's absolutely insanity. People saying hi. Videodrome has a vibe that I don't think has ever been matched. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that too. It's really a one of one. There's no other movie like Videodrome. Like it had a lot to say about censorship and the body horror, and I don't know, the horrors of sexuality, I think, are very like extreme in it, right? With the whole sadomasochistic shit with Debbie Harry. It's good, man.
At the same time, both of them are pretty much a critic to society because, like, both of them are like about alienation and Cannibal Holocaust. When it came out, I think it was scary. People really thought that it was a real snuff movie,
Yeah.
and find that in the VHS, I find it even more scarier than a DVD with a title on. You know what I mean? Like the object itself, it's a little more scarier than a DVD. Um, but I think that yes, between the two, we have to go with Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. But are we going to be together on this one, Matteo? As John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness takes on Sam Raimi's The Evil Dead. Holy shit. Carpenter and Raimi in round one. Take the gloves off, you sons of bitches. Initial thoughts on this matchup, Matteo? I'm curious.
This is another tough one. I really love both directors. I consider Evil Dead. It's Evil Dead, right? Yes.
Yes, The Evil Dead, the original.
Yes. I think that is the best independent horror movie ever done because
Yep.
it's done really with very cheap budget, and it achieved uh, great pieces of cinematography. Um, and Prince of Darkness, I found it very original. I think that originality in both movies plays a big part. So the fluid and all the influence of the Prince of Darkness. Um, for the moment, I'm leaning towards Sam Raimi and The Evil Dead. Even, John, we said I use three criterias for see if a movie's like the ranking that I want to give to the movie. One is rewatchability. One is how objective the movie is good, and one is how much I care about the movie. Between the two, I really lean on liking it personally, The Evil Dead. So I'm probably gonna go on that side of the bracket.
Yeah, no, I think you make some great points, and I agree. The whole idea of originality on these, right? Like Prince of Darkness was such a different, unique take for Carpenter, right? Because he was coming off Big Trouble in Little China and movies like Starman, and
Which
it's
is a
this.
movie that I love. It's my generational movie. Like I'm from '83. That movie shaped my adolescence, man. So, and Carpenter is one of my favorite directors. This one, I would probably say it's not the peak of Carpenter.
See, I'm curious for that too because I think this is one of Carpenter's best. I would say that it's the closest he ever got to Dario. Like it's
Mhm.
very, I think, Italian feeling. So I'm very curious if you ever felt that because I think the whole idea in this like the atmosphere of it is just so like unsettling, and the setting of this like abandoned building and Alice Cooper and all of this craziness, man. I don't know. I think it has that great scope from Carpenter. It's very,
That for sure. That for sure. But
yeah,
as I said, a big part of what my personal taste, that's what I would go with Evil Dead. But I get all your points, and as I said, Carpenter, you will see later on that like I will support him.
yeah,
Spoiler
no,
alert.
I'm the same way. And I think this was like the most outside of the box movie Carpenter had
Yeah, no,
done.
definitely.
Yeah, like arguably of his entire run, and then They Lives the next year, which I love, and then that was
Yeah,
really, I think, where he fell off after that. But The Evil Dead, I'm with you. I think it is the single greatest independent horror movie ever made. The whole idea of making the most out of nothing, and the idea of it being one of the most grand horror films ever made. It has everything
yes.
in it. It's got the creativity factor down, right? We use these, claymation, we use stop motion, we use the gore,
Even
we
the
use
use of the camera
psychology.
is pretty revolutionary. Eh?
Oh, of course. Carpenter and Raimi, I think, are both revolutionary. Raimi, probably even more so, right? I mean, and the whole idea of it wasn't just the people that were being possessed. It was the trees were possessed, the doors, the window, everything was possessed. And the innovative things he did with the camera to make it feel like it was another character in the film. The tree sexual assault scene. I mean,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
it what they're alive. Actually, the woods, they're alive. It's so good. The cards of the eight of spades, three of hearts, so fucking good, man. I It's close for me. I think it's closer than it would be for most people, but I'm in the same boat, man. I'm gonna go Evil Dead with you. I think Evil Dead is just too important, way too
It's too,
important. So
yeah, it's too important. It's too iconic. Is what do you think about the saga of Evil Dead? Are you a fan of the second and Army of Darkness?
yeah, I love
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2. I love Army of Darkness. I don't like the remake whatsoever.
No,
And
no,
I
no.
didn't like Evil Dead Rise. That was shit too.
No.
But the three I like a lot. How about you?
Yes, I'm a fan, and Army of Darkness is another one movie that is in my heart as well, for the same reason. It came out when I was 15, 16, so it was like so much fun to watch.
Yeah, no, I actually saw it. It's funny. I saw Army of Darkness in the theater, I want to say a year or two ago, and with a crowd, that it made the movie even better. I was like, this is fantastic. I've seen the OG and Army of Darkness in the theater. I don't think I've ever seen part two in the theater, which I think would be electric with a crowd. So
Yes, yes.
that's one I've got to check off the bucket list one of these days. Ryan Hanley says Evil Dead all the way. We're with you, buddy. Both are about humanity's unexplainable urge to push their own
Yeah.
psychological boundaries. Okay, this was in regards to Videodrome and Holocaust. Okay.
Mhm.
Pat checks in. Will there be any IFC Midnight films listed? No, but you can play along. Like I said, if you want to check the description of the video, you can see all the movies that were going to be discussed. But like we said, they're randomized every time. What makes Prince of Darkness so very tremendous is how it's about containing evil. Yeah, and Pleasance is in this. I mean, you got some really good acting
The
talent.
atmosphere in Prince of Darkness is great.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I watch it. I usually watch it around this time of the year every year. Like I got that 4K. Looks great. Sounds great. I don't know. I think that's a fantastic Carpenter movie. Not enough people give it enough credit. Evil Dead, but I love Prince of Darkness. Yeah, I'm in that
Same
boat.
here. Same here.
Yeah, it's like I kind of wish it wasn't a matchup until round 2 or 3 or something, not round 1. It just feels like jumping the shark. Evil Dead easily. Darkness is ... Okay. All right. So Alpha is more lukewarm to it. Evil Dead looks like very Hitchcockian of how it the Deadites is the camera through. I don't know about that. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. I think the camera in the movie really helps to give the atmosphere of a presence around the house or in the house. But I don't see it Hitchcockian. No, I would not see it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
It's a
I
very irregular direction, the one of Raimi, compared to like a very structured one like Hitchcock.
Yeah, and like to me, what's so interesting too, because you got to remember, like I was 5 years old when the first Spider-Man movie came out, and I went with my grandmother, and I loved the movie. And to all these years later, once I discovered Evil Dead, I was like, this is the guy I went under Spider-Man, and you can see it. Like if Spider-Man 2, there's a
Yeah.
great shot where Toby's swinging to get to Doc Ock, and Doc Ock's waiting for him on the tower, and they do this great camera transition of like you're swinging with Spider-Man, and then it zooms in, and you're on Doc Ock's sunglasses, and it just like the pan. I'm like, holy shit, this guy is always doing amazing things with the camera, even when he had no money. So it's really a cool full
Well,
circle.
if he can do it without the money, with a good budget, he can be, one of the
Which is
best in
great.
business. Yeah, Sam
Yeah,
Raimi. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
great to see how he kind of rose to the top. Yeah, Pat is a big Yankees fan. Matteo is a diehard Toronto Blue Jays fan. So yeah, I don't know what happened. Prince of Darkness versus Evil Dead, not fair. Totally different types of movies. Stetio, well, these things go random every time, but welcome Stetio. That's got to be a first time name in the graveyard. Welcome. Prince of Darkness for me, but if it was Evil Dead 2, then Prince would lose. Love the Satan thing in the green canister at POD. Yeah, no, I honestly could see going POD here. Like it's closer than it fucking should be, to be honest. The Evil Dead definitely feels like a teen horror movie, of course. Stetio says hi to everyone. Let's get through these a little quicker. Been rewatching Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Love that series. Yeah, no. Did you like that show, Matteo?
I didn't get into it very much. I watched the first 2, 3. I got bored and I stopped. So
Okay.
I didn't get into it.
I didn't get into it either. I can't say I disliked it. I just gave it a couple tries. And I think what happened was they took it off wherever it was airing and I couldn't watch it anymore. And I just didn't seek it out. But I would totally give it a chance. Grande and crew, how the hell are you? Will is in the house. Dr. Hog 666. Graveyard Poet, not to be confused with Grande's Graveyard. 70s horror movies here. Evil Dead wins over Prince of Darkness for me because it is even more eerie than Prince of Darkness and introduced Bruce Campbell. All right.
Yeah, Bruce
Well,
Campbell,
yeah,
of course.
we've got that, and we're going right there with you. Evil Dead moves on into the Sweet 16, my friend, and let's see the next matchup. Oh my god,
Ooh.
dude, you got to be fucking kidding me! Oh my god, Matteo, what the fuck do
Man,
we do?
no, I don't know. Let's just give it to the chat directly.
Oh my god, where do
Yeah.
we start? Do it.
You start this time, John.
Okay, yeah. So on one hand, you have Lucio Fulci's best movie by my goings. I think it's his
Yeah.
best film. It's in the top 3 Jolly ever made. It's arguably number 1. It's like no, it's in the top 3 for sure. I don't know what is the number 1 Jolly ever, but it's got to be in the conversation.
Definitely is.
The great Riz Ortolani score, the great performances from people like Florinda Balkan and Barbara Boucher. The ideology of these kids that are getting killed off in the village, and there's a ton of red herrings, and you're trying to figure out throughout the picture what's going on.
Don't
Once
forget
again,
Hayden Christensen, John?
Hayden Christensen as the fucking priest, right? Yeah, I was telling Ryan Hanley about that. We were cracking up that the fucking Hayden Christensen looks like the priest in it. I don't know. It's Fulci's best for me.
Yes.
And on the other hand, you have Black Christmas, which is like the prototype slasher movie that put Bob Clark on the map. It's the best Christmas horror movie. I mean, holy shit! The calls on the phone. Margot Kidder, Olivia Hussey, so many great acting talents. I love
great
both these movies.
POV scenes in that movie.
Yeah, it's tremendous, man. What are your thoughts? Because I can't believe this matchup.
As you were saying, if I have to go from a cinema standpoint, I will go with Black Christmas. I think it's so much more influential than Don't Torture a Duckling in future movies that are made. I think it's really the perfect slasher. And probably is better than so many other slasher movies that are considered higher than this movie. My heart tells me Don't Torture a Duckling, which I think, as you said, it's in contention for being the top 3 of the best Giallos ever made. The heart
I'll
will
tell you
say
what.
don't.
You don't have to. Let's hear with the chat, because the chat's going crazy right now. I want to hear from them. I don't know where I'm going. I can tell you right now, I have no idea where I'm going. This is
like Black Christmas is a beautiful movie. Like it's incredible.
It is. Yeah. No. It's like both perfect movie, like 10 out of 10 movies for me. So this is going to be crazy. Pat does congrat Matteo. Ain't nothing like playoff baseball. Absolutely. We got Miss C says Black Christmas. AJ says Black Christmas. Will goes Black Christmas. Think that what makes Black Christmas scary is that we only see Billy through the POV. Okay. Another Black Christmas. This is ridiculous. 2 classics. Black Christmas made it to the end of my bracket though. So 5-0 Black Christmas. Darren chimes in. Darren, hey, buddy. Hey, mate. Hey, guys. Good luck with that matchup. For real. I know Darren's a big Jolly fan like we are. Alpha, Duckling is great, but I got to go Black Christmas here. Best Christmas horror flick ever made. It is. That I agree. It's the best Christmas horror flick ever made.
It is.
No doubt. But over Duckling,
I know. It's almost a blasphemy. But
yeah, it sort of is.
Personally, I completely understand where they're coming from, where the chat is coming from. But as a person that robs the Giallo, man, Duckling it's one of the perfect ones.
Yeah.
But as I said, the chat it doesn't think like me exactly.
Exactly. Black Christmas, tough for sure. Black Christmas, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, so the chat is like unanimously. I don't think one person said Duckling, which is crazy. We did. Darren says a pretty funny one here, where it's like picking your favorite child. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Graveyard agreed with Dr. Howdy. Black Christmas easily wins for me. See, I don't think there's anything easy about this. Like that's crazy. Lots of kid death in this matchup. Yeah, it really is. In Black Christmas, even though there's no musical score there, however, okay. All right, Matteo, I know there's peer pressure because if we disagree, Black Christmas is going over here. You said your brain was one place, your heart was another. Tell me your vote. It's okay. I think I got mine.
Okay. I'll go with Duckling.
Don't torture. Duckling moves on, baby. Let's go. We just ruined the chat.
We did. Thumbs down, booze, people leaving. I know. We're sorry.
People are gonna start throwing tomatoes. Fucking John is gonna throw his Stouffer's lasagna, his frozen. You fucking
people calling us clowns. That guy. Yeah.
Not a popular decision, John.
No, definitely not. And I thought we were going to disagree because when you started just going, I'm thinking he's going to say Black Christmas. I'm got to say Duckling. Darren's with us. We finally have someone with us. Darren was with us. What the fuck? I feel so powerless. We have to, okay, keep in mind to the chat, keep in mind,
Exactly.
Matteo and I disagree, then you guys make the decisions. So please don't feel that you're useless or whatever. I see we're useless here. You're not useless.
We're going to disagree. We're going to disagree.
The possibility of us agreeing on 31 in a row it's not possible.
No.
It's not fucking possible. 3 in a row, possible.
Not even with my wife, I think I can do that. I will get some wrong with them too. So
they're throwing tomatoes at us. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next matchup. All right, the interesting one here. Rob Zombie's House of 1,000 Corpses takes on Dead Alive from 1992. Little Jackson versus Zombie. What a weird combo here.
Do you want to go, John?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Every two, I guess we'll go first or whatever.
Let's do that.
Listen, House of 1,000 Corpses is a great midnight movie. It's got great colors. It's really, I think, a movie that captured characters, right? The whole Captain Spaulding and most of all, fuck you, and that whole thing is a lot of fun. Karen Black is the crazy mom. You got guys like Chris Hardwick and Rainn Wilson in there. It's good. It's good overall. I guess my favorite actress is Betty Davis, and cuts the guy up. Behold, Fish Boy. She's a brick house. It's a fun movie. I like House of 1,000 Corpses.
It is a fun movie.
Yeah, Dead Alive is one of the most fun. I mean, I love Dead Alive. The gore is insane in it. The creativity is insane. It's like Peter Jackson was building up to make this movie, right? Movies like Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles and movies like that he got his start on. I think this was the movie that made Peter Jackson a sensation overnight. And there's a reason he would go on to make these Lord of the Rings movies and King Kong epics and things like Hobbit movies. To me, Dead Alive is still his best movie for me. Like, I love everything about it. And I don't think this one, I think this is the easiest one we've had so far. I would say slam dunk Dead Alive personally, but where are you at?
So I want to tell you that I think that Dead Alive is amazing visually. A lot of splatter effects and gore, Peter Jackson style, which I like. I like Bad Taste. I think it's a very fun movie. And I like the humor in the movies as well at the beginning of Peter Jackson. At the same time, I think that Rob Zombie is underrated, in my opinion. So maybe it's a hot take.
Oh, get ready to dodge more tomatoes.
And also, I think that is a great ensemble, a great crew, and I cannot go against Captain Spaulding. So in this time, we are disagreeing. I'm gonna go with 1,000 Corpses.
All right. Okay. See, guys, I told you there's no way we were going to be able to agree this whole way. So my vote's Dead Alive. Matteo's is Corpses. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock. So if you haven't voted in the chat, you've got 30 seconds. I'm going to put a little timer here, stopwatch. And we're going to go, let me go to the top of the comments. Let's see where we were. I think we were. All right, Hanley says, I'm going to dislike this stream. Okay, ready, go. We got 1 for Dead Alive, 2, 3 for Dead Alive, 1 for Corpses.
Okay, good, Darren.
I don't know if that's really a vote from Slasher Fred, so still 3-1. Corpses for Alpha, that's 3-2. Dr. Hogg says Dead Alive, 4-2. Let's see. I gotta go through these a little bit quicker. House 1,000 Corpses, no. Frank is Captain Spaulding. Is that a vote for Corpses? I don't know. We've got to stop the clock. I like Dead Alive almost as much, but House 1,000 Corpses, fantastic atmosphere. So that's 4-3. And right at the end here, AJ puts it 5-3. So 5-3 for Dead Alive. And yeah, the majority. See, guys, you're not useless. You're not powerless.
And not a silent majority. You know what I mean? They
spoke. So, 5-3. Dead Alive, my friend. Dead Alive moves
Not a fan of democracy in this case.
Well, I'm sure I'll be there in a little bit too. The craziest was with that Tarantino episode we did, Matteo, where it was like, oh, we'll just leave it up to them. They'll all vote for Pulp Fiction. Everybody and their fucking grandmother
Once
came
upon
out
a
of their
time in
graves
Hollywood.
to
Yeah.
vote for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Mateo's like, motherfucker. I was laughing my ass off. I'm like,
You probably went like that. Eh? Went like that, John.
I was shocked. I was like, how the fuck did anything beat Pulp Fiction? It didn't beat it. It beat it
No,
to its knees, really. Dead Alive moves on. Oh boy. This is a juicy one.
this
John
is
Carpenter's Halloween versus Possession from 1981. Mr. Appendino, the floor is yours, my friend. What do we think here?
okay. So I'm ready for another kind of vegetable because I'm gonna. They're gonna throw stuff for sure now. So as I said before, I'm a big Carpenter fan. However, I'm not a Halloween fan. I don't like the movie. I don't like the saga. I find it dull. I never. I know. It's a huge hot take. Uh, so I really, yeah. I think it has a great soundtrack. Yes, that one I have to give it to Carpenter. But the story, no. I was never a fan of the saga and of the movie. So between the two, I go with the beautiful and talented in this movie. I think the acting of Isabella Gianni,
Yeah.
it's incredible in this movie. Instead of being a slasher movie, this is more of how do you say Polanskian inspired movie.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's more like about the atmosphere, the sense of dread, and the transformation of Isabella Gianni from the beginning to the end of the movie, which is like a 180 degree. So hot take, and I am ready if you pick Halloween to lose because I'm pretty sure that the chat will not be behind me on this hot take. So go possession.
Yeah, I mean, I love Possession as well. I think Possession's great. I mean, these are very different movies and they work in very different ways, right? I mean, one is this classic story that everyone knows about this, evil being on two legs that goes home for Halloween night and starts killing the babysitters, and the doctor's out to get him, and the whole ending of he's still out there and we hear the breathing. Nick Castle, the shape, he's still out there. Great stuff. It's a great, one of the all-time greats and arguably the most influential horror movie that there ever was. And then, of course, on the other hand, you have a horror movie very much more so on the horrors of a marriage crumbling, right? I mean, the whole idea of Sam Neill and
Yeah,
Isabella Johnny and their marriage is falling apart and it's completely divided. And I love how this thing is shot. And the director, of course, Polish director, he was going through a divorce at the time in his real life. So a lot of that bleeds out onto the screen. And I think there's a lot of great symbolism and a lot of great storytelling in this where you see Isabella Johnny is having sex with some sort of Lovecraftian creature,
yeah.
and the whole line of he's don't wake him. He's tired. He made love to me all night. When I first saw that, bro, I got off my couch and put my arms in the air, just ran away. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? It freaked me out. The subway scene with
Yeah,
the milk and her screaming after the miscarriage.
yeah.
I adore Possession. I think Possession's fucking great. I think though you have to go Halloween. Like Halloween, it's oh my god, this is hard. I'm in the same way. Like my heart says Possession, my head says Halloween, but I think I have to lean with my head here. I really do. It's close, but I go Myers here. I totally go Myers here. And yet you weren't kidding about the chat because I don't think we even need the timer. I don't think
I
one.
know it's a hot take, and I know I am the very low minority to think this about Halloween, but it's an opinion. I'm sorry. My tastes are different than the majority in this
Oh,
case.
nothing to be sorry about. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's the fun of the show. But let me ask you this: we had some tough matchups so far, and I don't think it's even that hot of a take. I know the chat would disagree, but I don't even think your take is that hot. I'm close. Trust me. Like I could be persuaded, but I'll say this: let's say it was Black Christmas and Halloween. Would you have gone Black Christmas with me? I'm curious.
Yes, I would.
Oh, there you go. So that Black Christmas is no more, but here we go. Halloween most likely is going to move on. We'll see. I don't think there's need for a timer here. Halloween, Halloween,
No.
Halloween, Halloween. I remember Halloween. Possession, you're
Oh,
not
see,
alone.
he's the man. He's the man.
Darren Burrows. Halloween, I've never gotten the hype for about Possession. Overrated. All right, fair. I've seen a few people say that Halloween will always be the winner, says Brienne. Halloween, but Possession has some really disturbing shit in it. Great, yeah. It. I don't know, man. Like,
She doesn't take enough credit. I love her also in another movie that have another of probably my biggest crush, celebrity crush in my life, which is Sharon Stone. She did a movie with Sharon Stone and Chaz Palminteri called Diabolique. I don't know if you have ever watched it. It's another good movie, like another performance from Isabella Gianni.
I've heard of it. I've not seen that one. I know she's been nominated for several Oscars. She's in
Yeah.
Ishtar. She's like Ajani's been everywhere. Of course, horror fans might remember from the Werner Herzog's Nosferatu. It's her and Klaus Kinski.
Yeah.
She's great in that. She's like a once in a lifetime actress. So I'm with you. She should have won an Oscar for Possession. Like she put.
Klaus Kinski, another great character, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, of course. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Easily Halloween. Watching the original Halloween, very suspenseful, of course. My daughter, okay, out the seed of Romero has voted for Halloween. Did you think that the opening of Halloween with the Steadicam was inspired by the opening of Orson Welles' movie Touch of Evil? I don't know. I never really thought of it that way. Halloween. Hadfield mascot went with Halloween. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Anthony says Halloween. Unfair pairing. Possession is really fucking good. Yeah, that's the thing. This has been really. I don't know if we could have asked for harder first round matches. Matteo, I do agree that Halloween is not the greatest horror. I prefer The Thing. However, I prefer Johnny and Nosferatu. Possession is too over the top for me.
Okay.
I've heard people say that too. I think Possession is. I think that's the point of Possession is that it like marriage crumbling is over the top. It is going to be fucking dramatic and hysteric and all of these things. So that's kind
Messy.
of where I'm always stood with it. People talking here. Let's see. The original French Diabolique is way better than the remake with
I
Stone.
agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. It doesn't
Yeah, I'm
have
with you.
Sharon Stone, but I agree. I agree.
And a few people saying you wouldn't have Halloween without Black Christmas. So, okay, well, there's a couple of people with us there too. So it would have been
Yeah.
interesting if those two did battle. But John Carpenter's Halloween is going to move on as we say goodbye to Isabella Gianni. And we say hello to A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors versus The Shining. What do you think, buddy?
Well, okay. So another movie from my heart, which is The Dream Warriors. So I think that the Freddy saga, on my opinion, and remember, I'm a child of the '80s, so I'm old. For me, I grew up with Freddy. The Dream Warriors is probably one of the first movies that I remember watching when I was a kid. I also think that it's one of the most fun, fast, and enjoyable horror movie that is not the beginning, so that is like a sequel of the original movie, and it gets close to the original movie. I think that if I say that the first Nightmare on Elm Street and Dream Warriors are very close, I don't think I say a blasphemy. Said that. I don't think I can go against Kubrick and everything that is have expired with the masterpiece that he did with The Shining, all the symbolism, that picture of Jack Torrance inside the picture, inside the ballroom at the end of the movie, still,
So good.
haunts me. Yeah, the labyrinth, the change of Jack Torrance during the movie, all the ideas. The only downside for me is that I am also a big Stephen King fan, and I agree with Stephen when he said that The Shining, from his standpoint, doesn't make sense because it's inspired by the movie. It's not like made from the movie, it's just inspired. That's the only little defect that I can find on The Shining. So I'll go, even if I love Craven, love Robert Englund, love this movie with all my heart. It's a matchup too heavy for me to go with my heart. I have to be objective in here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear that. Like I like Dream Warriors a lot too. Don't get me wrong. It's fun. The Dawkins song, With dream warriors, and the idea of the imagination of it too, right? Of course, the kids in the therapy and the marionette death scene I always thought was such a
Yeah.
great idea for a death scene, and the whole idea of the dream powers, right? In my dreams, I'm beautiful and bad. I love that. The drug addicted girl and Freddie gets her with the needle
With the
glove.
needles, yeah.
Really good. I mean, it's great. Patricia
It's
Arquette's
so
fun.
80s. 80s.
Yes, it's
Like it's
extremely.
80s,
This and
80s.
part 4 of Elm Street are like the
Yes.
most 80s one. They feel
Yes.
the very most like MTV, right? They said MTV was Nightmare 4, right? It
The
was
the
the
first
MTV.
one is the OG. The second one has vibes that some people don't understand, and then the third and the fourth, yes, they're like fun and fast, and good to watch, like a good watch.
Sure, yeah, and Robert's great in it. I love the cast. I think they're all Ken Sagos, Rodney Eastman. Like I really like all of them. But yeah, I think this is the easiest one so far we've had. It's compared to the fucking Shining. Come on,
Yeah.
that's just not. It's not fair. Like we've had
No.
some not fair, but this is like really not fair to me. The Shining is one of the all-time best directed movies. Kubrick at his best, man. Just love everything about it. Like you said, the ballroom stuff and the uncomfortable scene in the bathroom of I corrected them, sir. That
Yeah.
all that stuff is really good, and the kid riding the tricycle and
Oh yeah,
all
that
work and
scene
no
at the
play.
beginning with the sound of him, and also the beginning. The beginning, it's amazing with the shot of the mountains. Like that
Yeah,
movie. That movie is a painting after a painting. The blood that comes from the elevators. Him going to the with the baseball bat or with the axe on the bathroom door. Like every scene is iconic. Like it's scene after scene after scene.
yeah, no, I'm wholeheartedly with you. It's like one of those movies that every time I watch it, I get something new out of it too. And I know it's a longer film, but it's one that I watch I watch this during like December. This is like a cold winter movie. If it's snowing outside, The Shining is a movie that's going to be on the queue for sure. Jack Nicholson at his best. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yeah.
They did one person in the comments say Dream Warriors. AJ Zeacher went Dream Warriors,
See,
but it looks
because
like
he's a child of the 80s like me, I'm pretty sure.
yes, and unanimously everyone else said The Shining pretty much. Shining Jack is a cut above Freddy. Yeah, everyone pretty much else agreed. So this
John,
one is
question for
unanimous as
you.
it gets. Only one person said Dream Warriors, but we're gonna go on
I
with The
have a
Shining.
question for you, John.
Of course.
Do you think that people in general read more into this movie than it actually is? I heard a lot of, conspiracy theories and
Oh,
about The Shining, and it talks about this, it talks
are you
about that.
referring? Are you referring to that terrible documentary, Room 237? Is that what you're
Well,
referring?
I looked at that movie. Yes, I tried to see. I tried to see if I was agreeing with it, but when I rewatched it after I watched the documentary, I didn't see what they were like. There is some references, of course, but not like everything is a
Oh my
reference.
god, dude! They forced that shit. The one lady who saw a person on the skiing poster that convinced herself that it was a minotaur and that The Shining had something to do with minotaurs. I was like, lady, you need to stop smoking whatever you're smoking. No, I think people totally overread into the movie. I've heard people
Okay.
play the movies back, like they played it forwards and backwards on the same reel to see if the movies intersected places. I'm like, dude, you need to get a life. Like
People
that's
have a lot of time in their hands.
I wish I had that fucking time to be perfectly honest with you, man. I fucking quit my job tomorrow. I'll watch The Shining on 2 screens and fucking I don't know, but The Shining is the winner here.
Definitely, definitely.
Misery and the
Okay.
Beyond. What a weird matchup. Fulci against Reiner. My turn to go first, right? Okay.
Yes.
Love Misery. Kathy Bates, once in a lifetime performance from her, the performance that made her a star and won her an Academy Award. I love the claustrophobia of it. I love Rob Reiner's direction and use of tension in the film. I think Jimmy Caan is great, even though he's not have a lot to do, right? He's in a bed the whole movie. Um, I don't know. I think Misery's tremendous movie. Like I always really loved it. The whole ideology of I'm your number one fan, right? What if a creator, right, landed on the front doorstep of his number one fan who was also a psychopath? And the ideologies of love in the movie, right? Where she says, I know you don't love me. don't pretend like you do. And the whole, her going on about the picture shows. He didn't get out of the cocky duty car.
The statuette scene as well is amazing.
Yeah,
That he
no, for
moves the
real, it is.
statuette and she notices it. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Misery. The Beyond is tremendous too. I always really liked it. I love the scenery. It's one of those movies I remember the scenery more, like the one with the white eyes, right? The dog attacking the guy in the throat. The opening sequence is great. The whole finale is just like, what the fuck happened? Like, it's so trippy in a lot of ways. But Matteo, my hot take here, and I think we're going to disagree. I'm Misery all the way. I like The Beyond, but I think it's Fulci's most overrated movie. I really do. I like it, but not like people say it's the best. I don't see that at all. I don't. I could name you 10 Fulci movies I like better than it. I really could.
Okay, John. Yes,
Throw your
you are
tomatoes. Come
completely,
on,
yeah.
mister. Throw them.
You are completely right. I am gonna go the Beyond. So, so Misery, amazing movie. The fact that we were talking about The Shining a moment ago, I think that is the opposite with Misery. I think that is exactly like the closest adaptation of a King novel to a movie. Um, I love it. I think that James Caan does an amazing work. I
Yeah,
think that Kathy Bates, what the, just to watch the movie and it talks by itself,
for real. Yeah.
the performance that she did, the scene of the clubbing, right, it's called.
Yep.
Yeah, that one, man, gets me all the time. It's something incredible. I think one thing that I don't like is I find Misery a very 90s movie. Like, it has that 90s atmosphere, those 90s kind of camera work and everything. I don't think it's original on that. And to be honest, already one Fulci was taken out without me fighting. I want to fight again for Lucio because he deserves it. So I'm gonna go the Beyond, even if I agree with you that is not probably not even in the top three of his movies.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Like I when I started getting into Fulci, that was the movie. Everyone's like, "You're gonna love the Beyond the most. You're gonna be on the." I like House by the Cemetery better. I like City Living Dead better. I like Lizard in a Woman's Skin better. I like One on Top of the Other better. I like fucking The Psychic better.
Yeah,
I could go on and on. I like Conjure. Like there's a lot of Fulci movies I would put over it. I know
yeah.
it's like this is the one for a lot of people. Like this is
Even Zombie too.
totally
Yeah.
would put Zombie over the Beyond. I don't know. I don't get me wrong. Still like the movie. It's still a very good movie. But in the ambiance of all of the movies that Fulci made that I really enjoy, it's not one of my tops. It's just not. Enough people love it. Really, it's like I don't know. But with Misery, I think it's just one of the best Stephen King adaptations. And this was you got to keep
Oh,
in mind.
definitely is, John.
This was around the time Pet Cemetery had come out, which spoiler is going to be somewhere in this bracket. We just don't know where.
Yeah.
That movie made a lot of noise and put Stephen King really back into the oh my god, Stephen King. Graveyard Shift came out to crickets. Nobody really went to see it. Misery came out a month later and just set the world on fire. And all of a sudden, it's being nominated for Oscars. And there's a reason why. It's a fucking great movie. So let's see
It
what
is
the
a great
chat has to
movie.
say since we disagree here. Let's see where you stand.
I'm
Misery.
ready to lose again, eh?
I don't think you're going to lose, at least unless I miscount here. Misery, The Beyond, The Beyond, The Beyond, Misery. So that's 3-2 for The Beyond, 4-2 for The Beyond. Misery, but again, different vibe. 4-3 for The Beyond. Getting a little fun here. The Beyond's overrated. Ducks. I actually agree with that. I think it's a little overrated. The Beyond, Seance and Buried Alive, real
The
horror.
Beyond has a
Okay.
great beginning of the movie.
It does. That opening, the flashback, like,
Yeah.
wow. And the woman with, I know my buddy Landrum, he has the woman with the eyes, her white eyes. It's tattooed on his, like, that's awesome. It's an awesome visual. Great
She's an
music
iconic
too.
character.
Yeah. Alpha says, Grande, I knew you're a smart guy. It's 5-3 The Beyond, 6-3 The Beyond. See, I think you're going over here, buddy. Misery is a better movie, but The Beyond is more horror. Okay, interesting.
All right. I like
Um,
these Fulci fans coming out.
the Beyond for me wins. I feel it's Fulci's greatest of the 1980s and possibly the best of his career. All right. See,
Right.
that's where I think a lot of people would be with Mr. Graveyard Poet, where I'm kind of not with it being that great, but I do like the movie. And Mr. Matteo, your democracy, it's on your side because Misery's getting bounced from this little tournament here as the Beyond.
Unexpected, unexpected.
Hey, you got to win a few, right? It's just the law of averages. As the Beyond will move on, Misery goes home. Psycho 2 versus The Thing. This is another kind of not fair one.
No,
Psych-
I agree with you, John. I think we can even be very brief in here.
yeah, we could be quick on this one. Psycho 2 is a great sequel. It's
And it's
better than it has
underrated.
any right to be. Perkins is even better in it than he is
Yeah.
in the first one. And I know they didn't like each other, but Meg Tilly was the perfect foil to his character. Like she was great in it with him. But compared to the fucking Thing, come on, that's just not fucking
Nothing
fair.
done, nothing to say. Now I can come out to see. This is a movie, one of my favorite movies. It's for me, it's Carpenter at his best. Like this movie is a masterpiece, even if it's a remake. Usually, this is a remake that is better than the original, even if it's done in different times. But this movie with the body horror and the end, the atmosphere, the dread, who is it, who's not? I love it. I
Oh, I
love
do
the
too.
thing.
And that blood testing scene is like one of
Yeah.
my all-time favorite movie scenes of the whole. It's fucking. I don't want to spend the rest of this winter tied to this fucking couch. I love just everything about that, the tension and the whole horror once it ensues. Oh my god, amazing.
The
Yeah, a
scene
few
of the
people.
defibrillator is pretty intense too. It's probably my favorite in there.
Oh my god, dude! The Rob Bottin effects are just fucking. It's
Fantastic, man.
arguably the best
Fantastic.
ever. Like it's arguably, I
Yeah.
always say it's like Savini and Day of the Dead, his effects for that, or it's Bottin here for best effects in a movie ever. It's like pick your fucking pick,
You mean
man.
practical effects? Practical effects.
Practical effects, yes, sir.
Yeah. I agree with you, Savini. And the thing, I would put Society in there too, and Videodrome.
And Society will be on this list as
I
well.
know.
Videodrome is unfortunately already
Yeah.
going home thanks to us. I hate this round, all caps. Well, we're sorry. We don't
We don't
control these
control
things.
it.
All random. Lord Freeze, all the way from Portuguese, is here. Welcome, my friend. Hope all is well with you. People saying hi. Personal favorite, Fulci's Lizard Woman's skin because of Morcone. Well, and yeah, there we
And
go. Now we're on
Florinda,
the. I
Florinda.
love me some Lizard Woman skin, but this one's the Thing. Let's move on. Let's save some people's time
But you're
here.
right. Anthony Perkins is even better than in Psycho, in my opinion, in the second.
He is. I think he had all that year, like he 23 years to sit on that role and marinate with it, and then once he fucking went in there, man, holy shit, like. Amazing. I'd catch a bullet for Meg Tilly. I would too. Meg Tilly is so hot in that movie. But let's dive in here. A battle of 80s movies, an 80s remake versus an 80s vampire classic. Fright Night versus The Blob, Mr. Appendino. What are we thinking here?
Well, I'm thinking that for me, one of these movies really close to my heart. As an '80s kid, it really scares me when it came out. I think it's great soundtrack. Is almost a perfect movie with some humor, which is always great. And I'm talking about Fright Night.
Of course.
Um, I think that Sarandon as well in the vampire performance is incredible. Whatever the guy is, you remember me and you have always this
Oh, Billy
discussion of
Cole.
the ghoul, whatever it familiar, whatever it is. He's a great actor too. Blob is an underrated movie that needs to be rewatched if
Yeah,
you guys have a chance because it's not something that usually came out in discussions. I also think that the 1953, I think, is the original, but I don't want to make a mistake.
I think you're right.
Um,
I think that was the year.
it's almost like it's a great movie as well for the time being. Like in the 1950s, we've seen worse movie than the first Blob. Um, I like the ensemble. I like movie in all, but I cannot go against Fright Night. So I am a Fright Night all the way in this case.
Yeah, I think you make great points. I'm pretty much with you on all of it. I think The Blob is a great remake too, like one of the best remake horror wise that there's ever been. And yeah, it had been
Ito.
30 years, but the effects had grown so much. And Chuck Russell steps into the director's chair. This was the movie he did after Dream Warriors. So Dream Warriors, he goes to
Yes.
The Blob, and it's a great remake. Unfortunately, it didn't make much money, didn't make much noise. And I agree with you. More people need to watch The Blob. Like watch it this
Yeah.
October season because it's a fantastic movie all around. Really, really good. I love Shawnee Smith, Dylan. I like all. I think the cast is good.
The ensemble is great, John.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we saw this. It's funny. About a year ago, we saw it on 35 millimeter in the theater. They brought it back for one night by me. And man, I had a fucking ball seeing this in the movie theater. And it made me sad to think like not a lot of people went out to support this when it came out. Like, what a shame, because it's a great theater movie after I saw it in a theater with a crowd. Great stuff. On the other hand, though, to me, the best vampire movie of the 1980s, and that's saying a lot, right? It's comparing things with Lost Boys and Near Dark, and there's a lot of good vampire movies in the 1980s. Just Fright Night's magical to me. Like it has so much to say about the old school meeting the new school, right? And the commentary on slasher movies, right? Of the whole, oh, my dear boy, I wish there were more boys like you that didn't like to watch people be hacked in hockey masks. I love that. The whole ballroom scene, he's a good man in a bad time. Great with the dancing and you don't see his reflection. That's just magical. Welcome to Fright Night for real. Yeah, Fright Night for me too. Like
And
I
also
like
we were talking about practical effects. I think this movie has great practical effects.
Yeah, no, it does. I think I actually would say The Blob might have it on effects, but that's not to say Fright Night. Fright Night has great effects too. It's a great. I really like both these movies, and it's the chat is very into this matchup. I want to just get some quick
And
thoughts.
you were saying watching it in the theater. I completely agree with you. I think the Blob have so many people involved, like in the movie, like it's a community movie, right? It's a city that is in peril. So more people you're watching it with, and more you can actually identify. Because watching it just two of you on the couch on DVD, it's one thing, but like in the theater with a lot of people, it's probably a different effect.
Yeah, no, and it was the perfect. I was like, wow, like this is great. And I was like, damn, nobody went to see this though. I mean, it bombed bad. Thankfully,
Yes.
he made a movie like The Mask a few years after this that was a huge hit in the theater. Thank you, Jim Carrey, right? I mean, that's a great movie. But we had a lot of people chiming in on this one. We'll go through them quick. Fright Night, sequel to Psycho just never felt right. It's like making Citizen Kane 2. Sure, Fright Night. This one's tough with The Blob. We had somebody go with The Blob. Hanley went Blob. Both are really fun. Fright Night all around. Fright Night. Jeff is here. Welcome, Jeff, fan of Analogs. The Blob for me grossed me out as a kid. I saw it. That sink scene. That guy gets pulled into the fucking sink. That's a riot, man, in a good way. Fright Night's so much fun, though. Oh, you can't really go wrong with either one of these. I think this is actually kind of close. The Blob for me, Shawnee is my wife. She's an absolute babe. Oh, man, dude, we saw her in person at Monster Mania last time I went. Dude, somebody needs to get that lady a cheeseburger. Holy shit. I've seen railings that had more meat to it than her. Like, I was like, what the fuck, Shawnee? Like, you got to eat, man. Susan Sarandon fucking rode the elevator with me. That fucking bitch still fucking, her yits were popping. I was like, holy shit, man, you're like 80 years old. But I agree. Shawnee is a fucking babe. But holy shit, you got to eat something. I'm sorry. Like, you got to eat. Loved the phone booth scene. Absolutely amazing. Oh, that's with the sheriff. That's so good, man. Thing wins easily. Okay. Yeah, we did on that one. Shawnee's still a smoke show. Yeah, beautiful face for sure. I'd give my whole paycheck just to show her my Blob. That's awesome. One of the good things about being old, I saw most of these in the theater in original release. See, I'm jealous of that. Like, I'm glad I get to see them now. I'm going to see Day of the Dead tomorrow in the theater. That's going to be a lot of fun. But
fun.
I'm very envious that you guys had the opportunity. Some of the older folks here. But Friday Night moves on for us, Matteo.
What do you mean with that? Some of the older folks?
I don't know. What am I supposed to say? I don't know. But it's a battle of 1989 movies as Society, Brian Yusna joint, takes on I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. Mr. Appendino, what are your thoughts, my friend?
Okay, so Society is underrated movie. I think it's fun. I think it's something different. One of the most original movie in horror. Nothing like that has been done, and this will be done again. I think it's a great metaphor of course, the critic to the society, like the poor society versus rich society. Um, See, I was hoping for a better matchup for Society because it's very it's very dear to my heart. But I cannot go against a movie that is iconic and taken by a story by Stephen King. Great acting, great effect. The scene of the razor with the Achilles heel gets me every time. Um, I'll go with Pet Cemetery, John, but long live Society.
Yeah, I feel bad. I would say of the whole list, of these 32, my bottom movie probably would be Society. Not to say I hate it or anything, it's just not one I go to very much. It's good. The makeup effects are wow, like jaw-droppingly good. Really good stuff. And you're right, it does have a lot of things like to say about again, rich versus the poor and things like that. It is very clever. It's probably Brian Yuzna one of his if not his best movie. But yeah, tough matchup. This it's not even the best of that year, right? It's the Battle of
No,
89
no.
joints, where Pet Cemetery came out, which oh my god, Mary Lambert hit a fucking home run with this movie. I love everything about it. The Ramones songs,
The Ramon song is incredible too, man.
Fred Gwynn. Hey, Losh, must be staying off that road. I'll say, you must be staying off that road. I love everything about him is great in it. The voice, the fucking the whole idea of would you bring someone that you loved back even if they weren't going to be the same, and I love all that stuff. That stuff really works. Like I think Pet Cemetery is one of those movies that stood the test of time. It's very dark, but I think effectively so. I don't know, I love this movie. I think Pet Cemetery is a slam dunk here, but let's see what the comment has to say because I'm very curious. Pet Cemetery, Pet Cemetery, Pet Cemetery, even though society has bajubies. Okay, that's an interesting way. Yet, the opening Pet Cemetery is very creepy. Absolutely. Pet
Yeah.
Cemetery for the win. I'm with you. We did have a vote for Society. There you go. Haddonfield went Society with you. I think the Blob was the first with the balls to kill a kid, and it didn't even reveal. Yeah, that's right. You just see the skeleton, right? That's pretty good. Society, hands down. All right, so 2 people went Society. 3 people, Society. Love them both a lot, but Society's effects are amazing. Commentary on spot makes me laugh. Weird matchup. Fuck you, butthead. Holy shit. A lot of Society love. Uh, Pet Cemetery to me always feels like a horror version of the Disney movie, The Three Lives of Masana. Okay. Pet Cemetery is absolutely iconic, though. Yeah. I wish the ACDC songs were used in the Match Remote Drive as good as the remote. Yeah, that's a good point. I wish that too. But yeah, Matteo, I don't think we have any objections here. We had a few people
No,
go Society, but Pet
no.
Cemetery.
Let's go with Pet Cemetery.
Oh man, as we do battle of 89 joints, now we've got a battle of 60s movies. Roman Polanski's Repulsion versus Mario Bava's Black Sabbath. Mr. Appendino, the floor is yours, my friend. What do we think here?
Okay, so when I see this matchup, I analyze the movie, but at the same time, I have to analyze the directors. We have Mario Bava, that is the father of the Giallo, even
Yeah,
if, Dario in the future will make the formula a little bit better. And then we have Roman Polanski. Uh, I when we not preparing, but like before the show, I was thinking that we have 2, 3 movies of Polanski here, and two, I think.
yeah, too.
Yeah. So I was looking at the cinematography, filmography,
Sure.
and I like 90% of the movies that he's done. Um, I think he's a great director. He is one of those directors that does it for me because he used the less is much, which I'm usually a big fan of. It's more atmospheric. What is not told, more what is told. So even if the person itself is not the greatest human being ever, I want to detach the director from, the human being, like he's
Right.
done
The art
so
from the
many,
artist. Sure.
right? So I'm gonna go with the repulsion, even if my Italian heart really bleeds for Mario Bava, which I think it's probably one of the best Italian directors of all time.
Wow. That I'm fucking
Yeah,
shocked. Holy shit. Now, if anybody else saw that
unexpected, eh?
coming, I'm shocked. I can't believe you didn't go Mario Bava. I'm
No,
like fucking shocked. I think this is close. Like,
yeah,
Re- Repulsion is fantastic. Repulsion is like it literally does what it sets out to do. It repulses you. It literally makes you repulsed.
exactly.
And the great shots of Catherine Deneuve walking in the hallways and the hands reaching out for her washing her tongue, like scrubbing her fucking tongue. It's really unsettling. And they don't make movies like this anymore. Like I was talking about this actually today with a friend. We were talking about actually a movie called Darling that very much tried to recapture what Repulsion does, right? And the nowadays, and it's effective. It's not Repulsion, but it's definitely a movie that is inspired by it. And it's like they don't make horror movies like this anymore. It really is a one of one, really. And Polanski was way ahead of his time with everything he
Exactly.
did.
That's what I wanted to say. You say that they don't make movies like that anymore, but back then they didn't make horror movies like this,
Sure.
like the Revulsion, right? It's visionary.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's fantastic. And then Black Sabbath is one of the all-time great horror anthologies. I mean, the telephone segment is one of my favorite like
We
individual
always talk
stories.
about that, man, like how even influential that is for Scream. Like that one
Oh,
is right?
dude,
But
Scream, and we'll talk about Black Lace because Black Lace is on here
yes,
too. Scream, like it took from the pages of Telephone, Black Lace, like all that stuff with the two killers, all that. Like it really definitely studied its jolly for sure. And the Telephone is one of the first ever examples of it. Now I know the girl that knew too much that preceded this, but this was the very first one in color. Right. And the whole sexuality of
yes,
I want you, all that stuff. Great. I love the drop of water, right? The fucking I feel like I'm botching the name of that. Something of water. The segment, the ring, and all the colors, and the horrors of guilt, and the horrors of fear of what the hell this lady's going to do, and then the whole Vorderlock segment with Boris Karloff.
yeah.
My God, I'm fucking shocked you didn't go Black Sabbath here.
But what about
Man,
you?
I'm at a crossroads. I think this is really close. I think I have to lean Sabbath for you said rewatchability is a big one. I definitely
Yes,
rewatched. I rewatch Sabbath more because Repulsion is so effective at what it does. I don't ever want to rewatch it. It's almost like Angst, where Angst is so good, but I never want to rewatch it because it's so fucking unsettling. So you know what? I'm gonna go Black Sabbath, and we're gonna let the chat decide this one, Mr. Appendino. Let's
you
do
got
it.
it.
Let's see what the chat has to say because if you told me, I thought we were going to be Black Sabbath and we were moving on. You fucking went with Polanski.
Curveball,
That is,
curveball.
oh, dude, that's the curveball of the night. I would have bet my life savings you would have not have said that. Let's see. Okay. Repulsion, Black Sabbath, Sabbath, R.I.P. Ozzy. Well, I agree with R.I.P. Ozzy for sure.
I
Black
agree.
Sabbath. Missy says that I've heard the term talking out of your ass. Society takes that to a whole different level. Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, it does.
Repulsion feels all about the fear around intimacy, and it is. And it's the repulsion of men, the repulsion of just not being interested, right? And these men, like, it's a fucking disturbing film. Love Bolt, Black Sabbath, just Drop of Water. That's what I was trying to say. A Drop of Water, The Telephone are the greatest anthology segments ever. I love those two too. I
Yeah,
do
it's a
think.
great
How would
anthology
you
movie.
rank? Would the Waterlock be the weakest one for you? Because it is for me, but I don't know if you're there.
Yes, I would say that for me, the favorite is the telephone.
Me too. It's the Telephone, it's Drop of Water, and it's like in that order
Correct,
for me. And they're
correct.
all again. They're
And I
all the Waterlock
apologize
is still
with
very good.
Boris. I apologize with Boris Karloff, but nothing
Well,
again.
I'm sure he'll forgive us. I think enough people love him. Tough for me, but Repulsion. Okay, we're not alone here. Or I guess you're not alone here. At the end of Repulsion, the camera. Yeah, no, it's disturbing. Mario Bob is rolling in his grave, Matteo. Yeah, I think the Maestro, man. Holy shit, man.
And you know
Uh,
how much I love Bava.
that's why I'm shocked. Like all the times we talk about Mario Bava, for you to go Polanski here is like fucking wild. Black Sabbath's fun, but come on, Repulsion beats the shit out of it every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Holy shit. Okay, are we keeping score? I think we have one more for Sabbath than we do for Repulsion right now, but I'll recount. Black Sabbath because fuck Roman Polanski. Well, there you go. Go
Still
ahead.
want the director with the human being, like, even an example, even Caravaggio, like the artist, was a piece of shit, but all his paintings are great. Same with Van Gogh, same with Chris Benoit. I take the artist on one side and the human being on the other. At the same time, I agree about the Roman Polanski thing.
Oh no, and I'm in the same boat too. And even I know the Jeepers Creepers guy always gets brought up too. Like I like Jeepers Creepers. I think it's a good movie, but yeah, fuck that guy for what he did. That guy's a scumbag. But yeah, no, I know what you're saying, and I'm taking that out of it too. Like that doesn't factor into my equation of saying Bava's movie over his. I think it's more rewatchability. Polanski was absolutely, yes, he was. Like Roman Polanski's a fucking master. Let's see. Black Sabbath wins for me. Not his best film. Black Lace, Kill Baby Kill. Black Lace is my favorite Bava for sure, but Sabbath is more memorable. Yeah, okay. Repulsion is awesome, but I think it's a bit overrated personally. The Criterion Collection label tends to give people an inflated view. Sabbath is purely horror for like drop horror segment alone. Okay, fair enough. Pure tension and style. I agree. Polanski made great movies despite being a shithead. Yeah, Caravaggio, fantastic artist. Nice call, Matteo. Okay, Caravaggio. Am I saying that right? Caravaggio. Okay. I can't hear you anymore, buddy. You hear me
Can,
okay? No, I can't hear you.
can you hear me, John?
Yeah, it's a little spotty, but I hear you okay now. So I
Okay.
believe it was Sabbath that won. I'll double check. I'll count again.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, Sabbath. Yeah, Sabbath goes into the Sweet 16. But yeah, no, it's definitely this is a pretty fun matchup here.
By the
As
way, John, have you noticed, have you taken count of the movies? I think they can be a matchup sooner than later that is going to destroy us.
Oh, I mean, I hope not, but yeah, we might get there. I don't, we're gonna
Okay.
see. We're gonna jinx it. I'm sure. Let's see.
I
Next,
know.
what the fuck? Oh
I told
Jesus!
you, man.
Oh Jesus! It's my turn,
Do you-
right?
yeah, go
Oh
ahead, John.
my God! What the fuck? Well, De Palma versus Hooper, and the beautiful Carrie White take over to the prom against Leatherface. Holy shit! Two of the all-time best horror movies of the 70s as well. I mean, Jesus Christ, you literally I think you've two of the top 5 of the 70s right there. Um De Palma's direction and Carrie is tremendous. The whole prom sequence alone, they're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. The whole jump scare at the end with Amy Irving, just great stuff. And it's very, I love the split screen usage. This was stuff that De Palma had used, of course, leading up to this. Movies like Sisters, and
The
like I
death
don't.
of Piper Laurie as well, man. Like that scene as well. It's incredible. We should do a spotlight on the Palma, by the way. Oh no,
Oh,
done,
yeah,
done,
might have
done,
already did that.
done,
I'll tell
done,
you what, we'll
done.
do a spotlight on the Black Dahlia. We'll do that one.
Yeah.
But the Carrie is fucking a perfect movie to me. Like I love everything about that. When she comes home from the prom and she's like, "Mama, you were right." She doesn't even seem to realize she just fucking murdered the entire class. She just goes in the bathtub with soaked in the pig's blood. Great stuff. The horrors of bullying 101.
Yeah.
And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, the idyllic summer afternoon drive that turned into a nightmare. I mean, the most raw and gritty horror film ever made, perhaps. I adore the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's one of few movies I consider to be an absolute perfect one, and it's Toby's all-time masterpiece. I think it's really it sucks, but Texas Chainsaw for me.
I want to say sorry to Brian, but I think that there's probably a couple of matchups for Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. even have problems against another movie that we put here. I think as well it's a perfect movie. It really fills up all the three criterias that I use to judge movies in these brackets, and it's objectively a great movie. Uh, Very deep to my heart because I think it's like the introduction. This really happened, and then the effects, the hook scene. It looks real. Grandpa, like man, Leatherface. The scream at the end, the chain dance at the end.
Oh,
Man, no, Texas Chainsaw. Sorry, Brian.
I'm the same way. I feel bad because Carrie does not deserve to be a first round exit, but it's toast. And man, the chat is like unanimous. I'm not gonna go on every comment, but I don't see a single vote for Carrie unless I'm missing it. People saying TCM, easiest vote ever for me. Chainsaw. People saying, oh, this is a great comment. Carrie versus Texas Chainsaw sounds like a Blumhouse remake.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
he give me some money? Can please? I would take his money. Give Blumhouse.
But one thing that I want to say in the defense of Brian, that he doesn't need the palm for me to defend him. But I think Toby Hooper would dream to ever had a scene like the scene at the prom. But like I mean, like the work camera, the screen, the split screen. It shows the entire mechanism of the trap, the people that are. Like, come on, that scene is just incredible. Like,
It's
so crafty, crafty.
It is. And like, I think the whole brilliant of the psychology of it too, right? The whole night, she's no, this can't be. Like, I can't be, right? And then they work you all the way up to the point where I'm with it now. I'm the prom queen. I'm in the spotlight. And to drop
And
the big
then,
blood on her, and then we get the third. I mean, that's just some of the best filmmaking you'll ever see. Like,
yeah,
Brian is one of the all-time best, and fan of mine. De Palma Rules, Scarface, Sisters, Body Double, Dress to
yeah,
Kill. Dude was knocking out of the park, but TCM set the bar so high. It's just, yeah, it's like,
exactly, exactly.
it's tough. Couple more things. Shot of Carrie exiting the burning gym while everyone screams from the inside. So unsettling. Absolutely. TCM. Piper Laurie gave the performance of a lifetime. So did. So yeah, no, they're both great, and they both were
Yeah, yeah.
nominated for
Great,
Academy
great
Awards.
duo. Great duo, man.
Yeah, it is a great duel, but one has to go home, and yeah, we're unanimous. Not one person said Carrie. Bye bye, Carrie. Carrie
Yeah,
leaving the prom. Leatherface moves on to the Sweet 16.
it's gonna
And
happen, John.
we've got Craven versus Polanski, my friend, and you're up first. Oh boy, I think we're going to disagree, but let's see where this goes.
Well, I'm going to repeat myself. Master of the 60s, great atmosphere. This movie is even better than Repulsion, man. This movie, it's done in 1969, but it doesn't feel like a 60s movie. It feels like a now movie. Something that if you do now will really scare people, and it will be something original, something that the horror needs now. Another movie original like Rosemary's Baby in 1969. I am a huge fan after Giallo and body horror of possession movies. This one, it's done so crafty, so incredible, and like the atmosphere, the neighbors, the is it possible? Is she dreaming? Is this happening? Oh,
Yeah.
what happened to his eyes at the end? Everything is real here, darling. And people that you think are your friends, they're not. They're just here to manipulate you and do whatever they want with you. So love Craven. Love the Hills Have Eyes. I think it's a great movie and ruined by a remake that was so unnecessary, in my opinion. I would go with Roman Polanski again.
Fair enough. And I'm with you on everything you said. I love the whole that's the brilliance of Rosemary's Baby. The first time you watch it, the whole battle of is this happening or is she crazy? That whole yin yang thing, and it's so masterfully done and told. The movie looks spotless. I agree, it is a step above Repulsion. It's to me, it's like Repulsion was you see where he was getting, and then when you get here, it's like holy shit, man, this motherfucker. Holy cow, it's great. Mia Farrow, what have
I,
you done to him, you maniacs? this, and Satan is his father, not Guy. That's all that stuff is tremendous. It's the opening, that lullaby, la la. Claudio Simonetti made a whole career of that. I mean, fuck, I love Rosemary's Baby, but the Hills Have Eyes, man. I'm not sitting here without The Hills Have Eyes. Like, that's one of my favorite movies ever fucking made. Like, I don't know if there's many other fans of that movie that would put it in high as regard as I would. Like, to me, the early Craven, Last House, and The Hills Have Eyes, it's tough to top that stuff. I mean, it was just so good. The exploitation, gritty, grindhouse feel, right? Shooting it on 16, blowing it up to 35, and shooting in the hills, right? And casting people with actual fucking deformities like Michael Berryman and throwing them on the poster. You just didn't do that. The tagline of the nice American family that didn't want to kill, but they didn't want to die. Some of the best stuff, man. Mercury, this here's Mars. Fuck yes, The Hills Have Eyes is my pick. I would say by a good. I love Rosemary, but no way. Hills Have Eyes for me. So we'll go to the comments, and I don't know if your sound is working. Say something,
John.
Yes. Okay. All right. It was spot. I saw you speaking, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't hear him, so I wasn't sure. But you hear me okay?
I do.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. All right, this one looks close. I don't know which has the upper hand. Okay, let's see. Okay, one for The Hills, one for Rosemary, one for The Hills, one for Rosemary.
Okay.
Someone says they like The Hills remake better, but that's not counted, so it's 2-2. Okay. Rosemary's Baby, 3-2. Hills Have Eyes, 3-3.
3-3.
Hills, 4-3 Hills. Slasher Fred saying he thinks what makes Rosemary's Baby a classic, but is that a vote? Not really. I don't get the love for Rosemary's Baby. Hills win in a horror madness battle. 5-3 for The Hills.
All right.
The Hills remake is goofy as fuck. I don't really like that remake. I've heard so many people say they think it's better. I don't. And I saw Phantom said it too. Way more brutal than the OG. See, I don't like the OG for me. The idea of fucking sacrificing your mother as bait is fucking nuts. Like, I don't know.
It's not logical.
No, definitely not.
I understand mother-in-law, but mother, no.
Yeah, no, for sure. Hills. So it looks like Hills going to get the edge here. When she gets the bucket dropped on her, I shed a little manly tear for her. So freaking sad. Human beings could be pieces of shit. And that's the horrors of it done perfect with Carrie. Yeah, looks like The Hills. Polanski got outvoted twice. Isn't that crazy? You went Polanski twice. Oh, you went Polanski over Bava on one of them. And Roman's gone.
Didn't Repulsion won at the end?
No, I think no. Sabbath won. Repulsion's gone.
Okay.
And Rosemary's Baby's gone. And what a weird one! Matteo. I'm repping the shirt tonight of one of these two movies. Creepshow.
Which I think you're probably gonna vote for.
Well, we'll see, Matteo. It's your turn first, though, my friend.
Yeah.
What's your vote?
Okay, so Final Destination. I watched it in the theater. I am of that generation. I think that one of the sequel, which is number 2, is probably better than the first one, John. Even if the first one was a great original story for once, So that one I have to give it credit. But for me, it's too much of a movie of the time is, rewatchable. It is objectively good. The story, yes. The acting, not really. What kind of saga was born from it? Not one of the best that I like. So I'm going to say that for me, the best anthology horror movie ever done wins hands down.
Okay. I'm not going to give you much of an argument. I do love Final Destination. I really do. I just think this is a shitty matchup for it. I mean, it's just not fair. Little Romero versus Wong, you know.
Yeah.
And I love, like I said, the whole tension of the plane right before boarding, and the way they build up to that, and then the ultimate ideology and psychology of is it your time to go, right? Is it my time, and is there anything I could do about it? Really good. It's a the first Final Destination is great, but yeah, Creep Show, it's just unfair. It looks like everyone else is saying the same things too. Creep Show pretty
The
much
track,
unanimous.
the highway disaster in the second one. It's an icon. It's more iconic than the plain one on the first, on my opinion.
I actually agree with that. I like the
Uh,
second one even better. I think
yeah.
the first two Final Destinations are great, and then after that, I couldn't give a shit less. But yeah, this is just an unfortunate day for Creepshow. Creepshow puts an end to Final Destination work on a Creepshow diorama project for Halloween while watching the live stream. That is very cool.
Nice.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Final Destination is such a very tremendous movie. I'm with you. I agree. It's a great movie, but it ran into a juggernaut known as George A. Romero. Ghostface Brett kicks in. What's up? I've been here. I've been lurking. Fuck the Yankees. Yeah. I think Alpha's going to go Final Destination. Did he? Did I miss it? What? I missed it. Weird. The first Final Destination is great, but ...
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think he was. Devin Sawa can suck
That would
it.
have been a plot twist, if Alfa Romero would have gone against Romero, man.
Buddy, you went against Baba. What? The next thing you know, I'm going to go against Argento. We'll see, though.
We'll see.
We'll see. Let's move on, though, as we're close to the end of the first round.
I knew it was
Argento
gonna
versus
happen.
Argento.
I
What
knew
the
it was
fuck?
gonna happen. I knew it.
This is awesome. This is fucking awesome. Holy shit. Phenomena versus Profondo Rosso. Mr. Appendino, you're up, man. What do you think?
I have nothing to say. I'm going to hang up the call, John.
Well, it was a great week, everybody.
Right? Yeah. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
What can I say, man? It's two great movies against another. Phenomena. The maestro, wanted to put a little bit of um, side. Let's say, how do you say? Not psychological, supernatural. Sorry, I wasn't finding the word in
You're
English.
fine.
Uh, supernatural, giallo. He want to probably Phenomena is the perfect union of Suspiria and plumage, crystal plumage together.
Sure.
But I cannot go against my favorite giallo of all time. Uh, and in contention, of my opinion, for one of the best horror movies ever made, which is Deep Red, known as Profondo Rosso. Yeah, I can go against it, and this is very unfair as a matchup, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
It's funny. It's pretty close. Like I had these are my top three. It's Suspiria, and then it's these two. But I'm right there with you. Profondo Rosso is my second favorite Dario movie. It's again, it's in that big tier three, the top three Jolly ever made for me. I always thought it was tremendous. Love Daria Nicolodi in it, David Hemmings. The way it's shot. We were talking about paintings before. The movie, it literally looks like a painting come to life in parts. It's great. The murder sequences. Privileged enough, I did see this in the movie theater as well. And funny enough, I saw Phenomena in the theater with Dario Argento there. That was on Father's Day a few years ago. I went to go see Phenomena in the theater with Argento in attendance. And I love that movie too. Jennifer Connelly, the heavy metal music, switch.
Was the chimpanzee in the audience as well with Dario, or no? Didn't make it?
The chimpanzee tried to chop off my damn head. No, but it was a lot of fun, man. I love Phenomena. Love the music in it. Switching
Yeah,
the
man.
Blade and Donald Pleasance. The usage of the bugs. That whole third act with the fucking kid with the deformed face, like that is some
And
of the.
great Daria Nicolodi in Phenomena too, right? As the antagonist. That's great too.
Oh, she's oh my God, so sinister in it, right? And of course, it's funny, in one of these movies, she's protagonist, the other, she's evil, right? Evil personified, protecting her son that's all deformed and all
And
that.
great atmosphere in Phenomena. It was shot all in Switzerland, and man, it's pretty, like, to watch. It's as always, the maestro try. It's aesthetically pleasing. The setup of Phenomena.
Oh, you're not. Yeah, you're not going to be disappointed between like either one of these movies if you're looking for visuals. They're both stunning films. And it's funny to see that these movies are made about a decade apart, right? 75 and 85 respectively. And
Yeah,
you see where Dario changed, right? The Deep Red was the big return to Jolly filmmaking after the 5 days failed, right? He tried to move on to
yeah,
comedies. It bombed, didn't work. And then he just says, fuck it, I'll go back to what got me to this dance. And Deep Red is like considered to be by many his best Giallo. And I agree, it is his best Giallo. But
yeah,
Phenomena, it's like a hybrid of so many different things. It has Giallo elements, it has fantastical elements, it has adventure film elements. There's so much going on in Phenomena, and it's no pun intended, phenomenal. I mean, I love the movie. But I'm with you. Deep Red for sure. But these are the top three. I would say Suspiria, Profondo Rosso, Phenomena are my top three Dario movies. It does seem like the chat seems a little bit mixed here. So let's see.
the thing that unfortunately both movies have in common is that for the English market, they get butchered, both of them, and cut a lot, because I know that there is like a version of Deep Red that is like cut, it's missing scenes, and the same for Phenomena that came out as Creepers, and that version is like 10 minutes
Oh,
less than the normal movie.
the
So
Creepers
it's
cut is literally like 20 to 25 minutes shorter.
yeah,
I think it's an 89-minute cut where it's like, dude, you cut the soul out of this movie. Like, what are you doing? But that's
yeah,
what they did. You're right. They did that in the States. If you saw it in the States in 85, you saw the Creepers cut, which is
Creepers,
definitely
yeah.
not, the cut you want to be watching. We got people divided here. Deep Red, someone's saying this is a tough one. Deep Red. Darren says Phenomena.
Oh, okay.
Hanley says Phenomena. Alpha goes Deep Red. Landrum goes Deep Red. Lord Freeze was a little bit behind his Final Destination. Phenomena, okay. Deep Red, no doubt, okay. Landrum says you got it right, okay. I very rarely vote against a killer monkey, but Deep Red is flawless. Prefer 70s Argento to 80s Argento, however, Phenomena for me because I prefer Jennifer Connelly's character, my second favorite performance of her career. Okay, wow, interesting. Deep Red. Spiria is my favorite Argento. I'm right there with you. I
Well,
love Deep Red, but the supernatural elements of Phenomena make it win for me. Wow, you see, we got a lot of fucking people going Phenomena here. This is pretty cool. Yes, Phenomena is a gorgeous film. Agreed. Phantom. Phenomena had too much monkey for its own good. Oh, you drew the line at the orangutan. Phenomena feels like a bizarre dream. I love it. I agree with Hanley. Yeah, it does, and it's fucking great. Like both these movies are great. I agree with about the scenery, Matteo. The whole introduction of the and that's Fiore Argento, right? That's his daughter, if I'm
yes,
not mistaken.
for the one she passed away, right?
Yeah, Fiore Argento, who passed away.
Yeah.
She's in Trauma too. At the very end, you'll see her on the porch. But Fiore died. Yeah, which is a shame. But yeah, no, we're Deep Red here. But
And
it was.
sorry, we're talking of the maestro, so we're gonna go on a
Oh, yeah.
tangent. They were saying that like uh, we were thinking, me and you, that Argento basically had a streak of 15 years where he didn't miss a movie. So, and I think that phenomena shows that like people are divided; they don't know which one is better, and there's a 10-year difference between the two of them. It
Yeah,
means
how
that
many
in that
directors have that? Right? Yeah, it's
right?
true.
15 years of good movies. Some directors they get two movies and then it's the other one that sucks. Another good movie that's good, two that sucks. At the end, Argento has a bad streak of bad movies. You can say that wholeheartedly, but the 15 years streak from Deep Red from Deep Red to Opera,
What
like
would
this
have
is
I would say Crystal Plumage all the
totally
way through opera. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
it's crazy. It really, if you discount the 5 days, which I sort of do, because it's not like any of those other movies, you don't really have a bad movie in there. It's crazy how good. It's like a 17-year run where he didn't miss.
Yeah.
And then Two Evil Eyes, Trauma. I've lost
Well,
over
then
time.
after let's not judge, but until opera, let's judge. Yeah,
The best ever.
yeah.
I, I'm sorry, the best ever, like easily for me. But yeah, Deep Red's going to move on, and we're in our last match of the first round. This is definitely been fun so far. As one last heavyweight matchup for round one: The Exorcist versus Blood and Black Lace, Mr. Appendino. I think it's my turn.
I'm ashamed of myself even before speaking, John.
No, you got to be fucking kidding me. Oh no, I'm scared right now. This is you go against Baba twice. I think we got to. I think we got to.
I don't know what to say, John. I don't know if I want to cry or laugh. I really don't know right now.
Well, go ahead. Let your emotions flow because I
Okay,
think
so
I'm going to be the one crying at the end of this.
Mario, as we said, it's one of the best. Not even Italy represent is like probably like director category representation. One of the best that there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. On the other hand, I find The Exorcist almost a perfect movie, a movie that have given vibes to people when they were watching it in the theater to almost, faint. I think it's a raw movie. I think it's the best possession movie. Uh, Blood and Black Lace. I'll go back and forth, John. Blood and Black Lace is amazing for his scope, cinematography, lights, everything. Uh, the Exorcist. I had the pleasure to watch the version, the extended version. I think it's called Director's Cut. In the 2000, it came out in like 2000, and it
Right.
went to the theater. Man, one of my best friend had to he never seen the Exorcist. We were, I think,
Oh my
17.
God.
He had to leave, man. He
I'm
didn't know
sure.
what he was going to watch. And it's everything starts with there's only one jump scared in The Exorcist. That is actually a train that arrives in a station, and it's
Yeah.
the only one that scares you, and the rest is so real. It's done in 1973, but the practical effect, they're incredible. They still gets you in 2000, 2025. Sorry, Mario. I'll vote for The Exorcist.
Before I say Mike, we have the comment of the night right here from Jeff saying Mario's haunting Matteo.
I don't know what to say. You know how much I love him, man. I can't believe it.
Oh, you son of a beach.
Mario? Mario?
Mario, I'm sorry. Oh my God, that has somebody needs to make a movie of that Mario Bava haunting Mateo.
I can't believe it,
He
man.
curses. He puts a curse on the Blue Jays after this.
No,
Um,
no, let's not kid about serious stuff.
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Let's not do that. But yeah, I can't believe I can't believe this matchup. This is crazy. Like this is I never would want Black Lace and Exorcist to face each other in the first round, but here we are. The Exorcist was a fucking phenomenon. Like when you talk to people that were there for it, they fucking talk to you about it like it was one of the biggest events that they ever witnessed in life. Like it's one of those things. It's like a worldwide event. Like people remember where they fucking were when The Exorcist came out. My dad I always remember him telling the story of people lying around the block in New York City waiting to go see The Exorcist. And my dad was the kid. He didn't know anything about anything. He thought he was like, why would all these people go see these religious movie? Like, what the fuck is what could this be about? And the pea soup and the whole the devil taking form of the bum, right? Of the hey fada. I always liked that. That was always creepy. It's a great movie, don't get me wrong. Blood and Black Lace. That's like another movie was I don't know if I'm sitting here without Blood and Black Lace. Like it's my favorite Giallo. It is. It's my number one. I think it's Mario's best movie. I think the cinematography, it's incredible considering that he had no fucking money. He was dragging around cameras in a wagon to shoot some of this movie. The black levels of it, the whole idea of these two people, right, that are in love, and what will you do if you love me so much? Will you kill for me, right? To be the alibi when Mitchell gets caught. Great stuff. And that whole finale when she realizes what's going on, that intensity between the two actors is great. I'm sorry, man. I'm Blood and Black Lace.
No,
All
I completely understand, John. And also one thing that Blood and Black Lace does, it gives the mold to the killer in a giallo that we know, the fedora, the no face, and the gloves, and the raincoat. That's like
oh
the
yeah.
stereotype of the killer in a giallo. At the same time, also, The Exorcist has a kick-ass soundtrack as well with Tubular Bells.
Dude, one of my favorite soundtracks of all. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. It's right here. How can I vote
Yeah.
against it? It literally shares the screen with me every week. All right. Our fate of the first round ends here, Matteo. What does the chat have to say? I think you're going to win this one, but I don't know. Exorcist. 2 for The Exorcist. Both are incredible, but if we're talking legacy overall,
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
4 for The Exorcist. Blood and Lock Lace can be seen as inspiration. Again, not a vote, Sasha Fred, but I agree it's a great movie. Mario is haunting Matteo tonight. Yeah, that was the fucking greatest
Better
comment.
me than the Jays.
Yes, absolutely. That's fine. The power of Christ compels you. Pick The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 for The Exorcist. 1, me, Alpha finally. I knew that Alpha guy was smart. LOL. Black Lace easily wins. 2 for Black Lace. All right, little comeback here. 5-2. Most colorful cinematography in horror history alongside Suspiria, my favorite Giallo. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
right
yeah.
there with you. Opening of The Exorcist with Father Mirren is at the archaeology. Yeah, that's great stuff. Mario
But
is going to shine. I'm sorry, go
no,
ahead.
what I wanted to say is the scene at the beginning. See, we were talking about to rewatch a movie. I rewatch Blocked in Black Lace anytime compared to The Exorcist. You have to be in the
Same.
mood to watch
Oh,
The
easily.
Exorcist.
I've seen Blood and Black Lace probably
Yeah,
20 times more than I've seen The Exorcist. I'm in
yeah.
the same boat there. Mario is going to shine a gigantic neon blue light in Mateo's eyes.
Well, then he's
Oh
gonna
my god.
change color and he's gonna change position from my bedroom. So it has different shots. One pink, one blue, one yeah.
At least it'll be a colorful.
He's one of the greatest director. If he just shines one light, I would be upset. If you
Yeah.
have to, yeah, come on.
You gotta have the whole lighting department there because you did take
Exactly.
Friedkin and Polanski, Exorcist. Okay, Exorcist is running away with it. We'll just it's all for you, Demon. Hey, thank you so much. It's all for you, Demon was nice enough to say that this is one of his favorite shows on YouTube. So thank you so much. Randomly in the middle of the
Awesome.
week called me out and said it. So I want to say thank you for that. That was very nice of you. Baba the Gabagool. That's awesome. Freakin was on another level in his heyday. Oh, I didn't even talk about William Freakin. William Freakin's fucking great. Don't change, what I think about him. I love the line Exorcist, Devon Sawa sucks cocks. Oh God. I remember when the Exorcist came out, you have no idea how big of a deal it was. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Anyone I've ever heard that was there tells you that their face changes. It's really cool. People who prefer Hill's remake slop are tasteless idiots who should be. Whoa, all right. Sorry for people. Fair enough. That's okay. I think my parents hyped up Exorcist too much for me when I was a kid, and I've never bought into the idea that the Catholic Church could save us from anything. Agreed. Grande Carlo Rusicelli soundtrack is terrific. Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. Exorcist moves on though, my friend. My favorite Giallo is out. Oh no. So okay, of the big
Can
three
you
Giallo,
believe I killed all the Bava, man?
I can't.
I can't believe it. I can't
I'm
believe it. I can't
stunned.
believe it.
I'm
I
stunned.
can't believe it.
I'm telling you, he might haunt you tonight. But Exorcist goes on, and we're into round 2. Now, let me say this, Matteo, as we already have our first round matchup. Let me ask you this. Now, we've talked about all these movies now.
Yeah.
Should we go? I mean, we're about hour 45 in. We could pick
Yeah,
up the
let's
pace.
just go quick, deciding which one is the voter, and we keep it under the 2 hours. Don't you
Right.
think?
Well, I'm not in any rush to leave.
Yeah,
I'm just saying we've obviously talked about all these movies now. If it gets to the debate, again, the chat, you're still
yeah,
here to break these
yeah,
up.
definitely.
We're on to the Sweet 16, ladies and
Yeah.
gents, and it doesn't get any easier with a little bit of Fulci versus Carpenter, Halloween versus The Beyond. We talked about this before. I actually would go with Halloween. I think Halloween is better than The Beyond. I do.
You know, the problem is it's not a problem. It's a beautiful problem to have.
Yes.
I can go the beyond, but then the chat is gonna go for Halloween. So at that point, I'm gonna go Halloween to start with, so that we make it past this round. But for the next one, I'm probably gonna fight, because the beyond is not as much of a heavyweight that I can fight against Halloween. How do you see
Mateo's
this?
like, you son of a bitch, I'm saving my energy to fight you later. Oh, it's great. No, I mean, hey, if you still want to say the Beyond, we
No,
can. I
no, I'll
mean,
go with Halloween. I'll go with Halloween. I'll
okay,
do
fair
go with
enough.
Halloween.
The chat seems with it. Halloween. We did. Tom says the Beyond. I'm actually shocked Tom would go with the Beyond here because I know Tom's a big Carpenter guy. Halloween though, everyone else said Halloween. Landrum also said go an Exorcist on the last one because it caused him childhood trauma, which is personally like Beyond better, so it gets my vote. But I totally understand people voting for Halloween. It's a legendary flick, influenced so many. Halloween. Yeah, I'm with Halloween here. I actually think Halloween moves on. Bye bye Fulci. Yo,
No.
shut the fuck up. Holy shit. Just when we were like, oh, we're gonna go quick.
Yeah, yeah, right. We're gonna move on. We're gonna cruise. We're gonna cruise. I don't
I
know, man.
I literally think these are in the top 3 ever made. It's these.
I don't
It
know.
might be these two and Dawn of the Dead for me.
I
It's
don't know.
really like that simple. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know, Matteo. What
I'll
the
I'll
fuck do
go.
you
I'll
do?
go, John. I'll go, John.
Okay,
So remember that me and you were talking about what is your favorite horror movie of all time,
right.
and you said yours is Night of the Living Dead,
Dawn of the
which
Dead.
I Dawn of the Dead. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
Dawn of the Dead, and I agree with you. It's a great movie. Mine is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I'm so sorry for Kubrick. I think that a movie like Texas Chainsaw is perfect, perfect. And I don't use that word a lot. You know, usually when we rank movies, I'm usually for like not 10 out of 10.
Yes. Yes. Yeah,
So
you're always like, there is no perfect.
yeah, I gave Texas Chainsaw an advantage over The Shining, which again we talked about it before. Iconic, uh, Kubrick, Nicholson. But come on, it's incredible. But for me personally, this I go with the heart, and I go Texas Chainsaw.
I and like to me, if you look at this on paper, you look at the two filmmakers. You have Kubrick, who is arguably the best ever, right? I mean, made a classic movie in every single different genre, and you have a guy
Yes,
like Toby. I like a lot of his other films. I like Salem's Lot. I like The Funhouse. I like Life Force and Matilda May. But this is also a guy that made Alligator. This is a guy that made Spontaneous Combustion. This is a guy that made Invaders from Mars. This is a guy that made some bad films too. Don't get me wrong.
I can see where you're going.
No, you can't. You actually can't.
Okay,
I'm just putting it on paper. While I definitely think Kubrick is above and beyond the better filmmaker overall, I don't think anyone has ever been able to capture what Tobe Hooper did with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't think it's ever been done before or after. I think there was only one place, one time. It was a lightning in a bottle situation. It had to be those actors, it had to be that location. It's just to me, um, next to Dawn of the Dead, the all-time greatest horror movie. So yeah, you know what? I'm with you. Texas
I'm
Chainsaw
glad.
Massacre,
I'm
baby.
glad.
The Shining didn't make it to the Elite Eight. But,
No.
but, but I want to see the comments. I think we have to see the comments because I think we've literally just ruined everyone's night here. Shining, TCM, TCM. Oh no, think I'm going Shining on this one as much as I love Chainsaw. Tied. Jeez, come on now. For real, this is not fair. This could be the finals. That's how
It
good.
could be. It could be. It could be.
But it's not. The randomizer said
No.
no, no, no. Text Chainsaw. Okay. Text Chainsaw gets my vote. Tough one I can't pick. Heard Spielberg secretly directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All like Poltergeist. I'll go with The Shining, but don't tell any of the cast members in case we end up. Oh my God, that's right. Anthony and me, we saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre on the big screen, and then the whole remaining cast and crew came in. Daniel Pearl,
That's
Terry
cool.
McMinn. We're literally sitting at the table next to us. We were like, holy shit, really cool. But wow. Matteo, I in a million years think The Shining was not going to be at least in the final four. And we're
No,
going to
I
say goodbye
agree.
to it.
I agree.
Bye-bye. Texas Chainsaw moves on. Oh,
Okay.
wow. This is a fun one, too.
Okay.
The most important independent horror movie of the 1980s taking on one of the most important independent horror movies of the 1990s. Two innovators that went on to make ginormous, big-budget Hollywood pictures in Jackson and Raimi, respectively. A lot of gore here, a lot of imagination, a
Are
lot of
you more of
creativity.
a Peter Jackson guy or a Sam Raimi guy? If you
Sam Raimi.
look at the Sam
Sam Raimi
Raimi,
by a mile, as if you're just
you
asking.
don't care about Lord of the Rings, or you like those movies.
I if I'm being honest with you, I'm not a big Lord of the Rings guy. I'm not like your biggest fuck this, but I'd be lying to you. I saw them all once, and that was enough for me. A lot of walking. I don't know. What do you think?
I am a Tolkien fan, so I read the Lord of the Rings when I was a kid. I like the movies, but at the same time, we're talking about Peter Jackson, so we're talking about rewatchability. I'll watch 3 times The Exorcist in a row before rewatching King Kong by Peter Jackson.
Yeah, it's King Kong sucks. I hate that fucking movie. I saw it in the movies. I was like 9. I was like, this is gonna be the greatest thing I've ever seen. I was like, this is a bunch of shit. The fucking monkey on the
I
ice
don't.
with Naomi Watts. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Oh my
No,
god.
that movie was terrible, man.
It takes them an hour to get to Skull Island. Fuck,
With
man.
Jack Black, man.
It's funny in Dead Alive it opens on Skull Island, which is funny because all these years later he went on to make the King Kong movie. I I don't know, man. This is tough.
I am gonna go with Sam on this case. I vote for
I'm
Sam
leaning that
Raimi.
way too. I think Sam's a better filmmaker. I think The Evil Dead meant more of the genre, but I'm not trying to discredit
Definitely.
Dead Alive. Like Dead
No,
Alive
no, no.
was really fucking important too. And it looks like we divided the chat again. What the hell? Holy shit, people going crazy here. Evil Dead, Evil Dead, Evil Dead, Evil Dead. Starts off that way, but watch how it gets interesting. Evil Dead, any day of the
Dead
week,
Alive.
twice on Sunday. Okay. Damn Love Bull, I got to go Dead Alive. Evil Dead 2, I like better than the OG. Okay, you're not the first person to say that. Dead Alive, Evil Dead, Lord of the Rings trilogy is goated. Absolute classics. Yeah, I know. I maybe I got to give them another shot. I did see them all when I was a kid. Like before I was 10, I saw those movies. So maybe it just didn't. I don't know. Nice matchup. I'll say Evil Dead. Okay, so mostly Evil Dead, actually. Peter Jackson could benefit from an editor. Yeah, he could, but unfortunately, that doesn't
Yeah.
seem to exist. Jack Black is fucking Carl fucking, oh my God, fuck that.
Even Adrian Brody in that movie, man.
Adrian Brody's fucking horrible in it. And the CGI monster, like, fuck. I know people shit on the 70s Kong. I'll watch the 70s Kong 100 fucking times before I ever rewatch the 2005 Kong. Dead Alive isn't fit to wipe Evil Dead's ass or give it a reach around. Oh boy. All right. I'm with you though. We're not even gonna have to go to the chat. And if we did, Evil Dead was winning anyway. So Evil Dead moves on. Cemetery and Sabbath, Matteo. I'll go quick on this one. I actually go Cemetery.
So you want me to go that way again, like another Bava? Do I have to? Okay. Uh, no.
I don't think you should continue to go against Mario Bava
I
personally.
completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. I think for my own sake and mental sake, I would say Black Sabbath because I have to say yes to at least one Bava movie. That's
Okay.
my train of thoughts right now. I think
Okay.
that Pet Cemetery is great, but no, I'm tired to go against Mario, so I'll go with Black Sabbath.
Okay. Let's go to the tiebreaker, shall we? Somebody said let's do a Peter Jackson bracket. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I would say Meet the Feebles and the Frighteners, like all those movies he did at the beginning would be at the top, and all the shit he did after would be at the bottom for me.
Bad
Pet
taste as
Cemetery.
well, man.
Pet Cemetery, Pet Cemetery, Pet Cemetery. Holy shit. Okay, unanimous Pet Cemetery. I don't see one vote for Blood and Black. I mean, Black
Black
Sabbath.
Sabbath.
Really? Okay,
Well,
somebody
I did
Black
it
Sabbath.
because it made me feel better with myself. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Sabbath, I'll agree with Matteo, but Pet Cemetery rules. Yeah, yeah. It seems unanimous. Pet Cemetery. So bye bye Mario. That Mario is no longer on this
It's
bracket.
out of
He's
the
gone.
contest.
He's gone.
Okay.
Oh, this ain't fair. This is bullshit. Well, there goes my fucking. I was the Hills of Eyes was my dark horse to win this fucking thing.
Do you wanna? Do we wanna talk about it? Because you know what I thought about of the Hills Have Eyes before. So I'll go the Maestro all the way.
I actually would say Deep Red's better, but I've watched the Hills of Eyes more, but I know if we go to a vote, I'm losing, like for sure. So yeah, and we already got the deep red, deep red, deep red, deep red. One person said Hills with me. I would actually say Hills, like with the pressure to my head, but nah. we'll go deep red for sure. The chat seems unanimous deep red. I actually would go Hills Have Eyes, even though I know deep red's better. But deep red gets the W, my friend. And Michael Berryman gets bounced. This is tragic. Oh boy, Fright Night or The Exorcist? Couldn't be two fucking more different movies. What do you think, buddy?
I have to think about it. I have to go with my criteria. I think my heart says Fright Night.
I'm with Fright
But
Night
from an
too.
objective, yeah, but from an objective standpoint, as we said, The Exorcist is one of the best horror movies, so in my opinion.
Fright Night's more
But
my type of movie.
but he's going to be the victim of my vote because I'm gonna go Fright Night.
And the chat's going crazy for Exorcist. Look at this. Oh my God. Thankfully, we didn't have to do two democracy here because it seems like holy shit. Unanimous almost. No, some people said Fright Night. Okay. I'm right there with you. I'm pissed that Exorcist eliminated Blood and Black Lace. So bye-bye, Exorcist. Fright Night moves on. Holy shit. This is getting fun. Wow. Fulci against Romero. I go Duckling.
Same here.
Let's fucking go. I love it. Bye, George. Thanks for coming. Oh
wow.
my God.
Okay. Go ahead, John.
Holocaust.
Okay, let's make the chat
I'm going down. I'm going down. Oh shit. Okay. All right. No, why would I take the matchups down? What am I doing? Oh my God. Okay. The Thing or Cannibal Holocaust. You're on the clock, chat. You're on the clock.
Can you believe that I'm going against the Italians?
You're fine, Matt. I'm teasing you, Matt. You're a good sport. Thank you. Let's see. The Thing, Cannibal, The Thing. All right, we got pretty much unanimous The Thing, unless we give people another 10, 15 seconds. Granny's been drinking tonight. Buddy, what? You don't. I'm Cannibal Holocaust all day. Duckling.
Cannibal Holocaust is amazing, but what they achieved with The Thing,
Thing easily wins. Okay, it seems pretty unanimous. The Thing. Okay, The Thing's going to move on. Matteo, voting against Italy is just the theme of the night.
It is. It is.
I love it.
Thank God they're 6 hours ahead.
We're on to the Elite Eight, Matteo. Don't Torture a Duckling versus the Evil Dead. I'm so sorry about this. I'm so sorry about this. But Don't Torture a Duckling is my winner here.
Oh, you want to go ahead with Don't Torture a Duckling, eh?
That's my vote. You go on Evil Dead. We can go to this chat. I don't.
You know what, John? Let's go for it.
Duckling. No way, really?
Duckling.
All right.
Let's go. Hayden Christensen all the way.
Hayden Christensen for the win. Duckling times 10. Somebody said Evil Dead. I think we just I'm
sorry, guys. I think we're gonna lose the chat completely here, on my opinion.
Are we both on Pet Sematary?
I am, I was waiting for another good movie to go against Halloween, so I think that Pet Sematary is better than Halloween.
I do too.
So, okay.
And seems to be this one split. Halloween, Cemetery, Halloween, Cemetery, Halloween. It's like literally yin yang. But we don't need you guys here. We got you on this one. Pet Sematary. Bye-bye, Michael Myers. Pet Sematary, the Fantastic Four. Oh, this ain't fair. That's a slam dunk for Deep Red, really.
Yes, I think so. I think we are at the semi. Is that correct?
Not yet. No.
No?
This is the Elite Eight. We still have one more matchup in this round.
Okay. Yes, I'll go Deep Red.
Lord Freeze, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh, this is getting fun. Deep Red, moving on.
Deep Red. Come on.
Texas Chainsaw.
Come on. Okay, John is the night of the twists here.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Okay.
I'll make the chat decide. I'll go for the thing.
Holy cow. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you're coming in play here. Let
Yep.
us
And it's
know.
a big one.
This is a huge one. This might be the only chance you got to get Chainsaw out of here. And right now, it looks like it may just fucking happen. Let's see. One for Chainsaw, one for The Thing. If it lets me drag down. That Thing You Do. Two for The Thing. Three for The Thing. Assault on Precinct 13. I love that fucking movie. Four for The Thing. Five for The Thing. TCM. The Thing. Texas. What are we at? 6-4? Let me
Yeah.
6-5. I'm just going to recount one more time. I just want to make sure I got this right. Four. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. All right, guys.
Can we say that these two movies are, on my opinion, the best horror of the 70s and the best horror of the 80s? I think if we say that, we're good.
I mean, you can't go wrong with either of these films. I'm kind of shocked that you threw the twist of the night at us here, Mister
Man,
Appendino.
I was thinking about like when we were talking about body horror and like what they achieve and the atmosphere. I think it's so complex the movie and so simple at the same time that he deserves like to win.
Kurt Russell goes over Leatherface.
You
Holy
got it.
cow. We're there. Holy shit. Final four.
Final four.
Duckling.
Same here.
What the fuck? If you told me Duckling's going to the fucking finals, I'd tell you you're on crack. This is nuts. Dude, maybe we are drinking. Maybe Mario Bava has just haunted us at this point and said, fuck you if you don't go
It's playing with our
Lucio.
brains.
Duckling, no doubt. Duckling, no doubt. Kurt Russell's the man. Kurt Russell is an icon. Yeah.
He is the man. He
Cemetery.
is the man.
Yeah. Duckling, moving on. Let's
Come
do it.
on. I have to
Duckling
be
in
an
the final two.
no. I really don't know
Wow.
what to do. I really don't know what to do.
I would say The Thing. It's
Okay.
close.
I am going to argue my choice. So for me Dario Argento is a myth, a legend, okay? The man. Um but since when I vote for Duckling I use more my heart than my brain. I want in this case in the other semi to use my brain more than my heart. If I had to vote with my heart I will go the profondo rosso all the way, but no, I have to say the thing because I have to be objective. Since duckling
Okay.
I choose from the heart.
Yeah, no, for real. I'm shocked you went with me. I thought you'd go Dario for sure.
No,
But The Thing is going to move on. I just want to say the chat is definitely, we appreciate everything tonight because we're about to get to the finals here. Quack, quack, duckling. You got another thing coming. Deep Red, The Thing. Oh, man, I can't decide. We split Matt Landrum. Landrum is undecided. Deep Red. Don't know about Matteo Bacrane's High on Dew. Oh, boy, I'm not high on Dew. Come on. I went Chainsaw. You guys all went The Thing, but The Thing is getting bounced. I'm sorry. The Thing is moving on,
no,
actually,
it's moving
to,
on.
to the final two. Here we are. The final matchup of the night. If you had fucking told me who's going to be the final two, I'd tell you on. I thought The Thing versus, I'm sorry. I thought Texas Chainsaw versus The Shining would be the finals, and we got that in the second round. One of these two movies, Matteo, is the winner of the horror movie Madness, hosted by you and I. What do you say, man? Fulci or Carpenter?
Okay, so objectively, the thing is a great movie. Let's say 9 out of 10. I think that Fulci great. This movie, let's say that he got old and show his years through the years. So I would say objectively, this movie is 7 out of 10. Rewatchability, I would rewatch the thing like in 5 minutes with the beginning, with the soundtrack, and the helicopter and everything. I think it has great rewatchability more than Don't Touch the Duckling. My heart goes 10 out of 10 with Florinda Balkan and and all the cast of Don't Torture the
Barbara
Duckling.
Boucher.
Yeah, Barbara and all that, and the Lucky Kid. Um,
Oh, yeah, lucky kid that wasn't in the room with her, but they got in trouble anyway.
exactly. But my final vote is for The Thing. For me, the horror movie madness is Kurt Russell and John Carpenter. The Thing.
You went with The Thing.
Yeah,
Final answer. Okay.
final
The
answer.
chat's going to decide this because Don't Torture Duckling's my pick. I would say Duckling over The Thing for sure. So,
I respect so much your choice more than my choice. I
hey,
respect you
no,
so
this was
much,
a lot of
John.
fun. Before we get to this and before we understand how this was a lot of fun, and this is something I would be so open to do down the future. So, thank you for thinking of this for Halloween spooky season. The chat was here the whole time loving this. So,
Good.
you guys now, you decide, you determine the
That's up to
madness.
you.
It's up to you. Let me go here. Let's put the matchup up one more time. We're gonna put ourselves in the corner. Nobody put baby in the corner,
Yeah.
but we're doing it right now. All right, you guys decide what is going over, The Thing or Don't Torture a Duckling. All right, it rhymes. Thing, Duckling.
Ooh.
Thing, Duckling. 2-2. Thing, 4-2. The Thing, 5-2. Texas Chainsaw Massacre should have won. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre probably. Yeah.
We
Duckling,
agree.
5-3. Thing, 6-3. Thing, 7-3. It looks like The Thing is running away with this. We'll give you another 10, 15 seconds, but I don't know if it's going to make a difference, ladies and gents. This is a fun finals.
And in the final, John, I vote against another Italian.
Yeah, that was your theme.
Italian in the final.
I think Matteo just decided to turn heel on his own people tonight. I don't know. But,
I think the Canadian influence is getting bad, man. It's getting
it's getting to your head, Duckling. Yeah, but I think Blanchard's is trying to get it. Duckling. That's funny. The Thing is Carpenter's greatest horror. Duckling is not Fulci's finest. I actually do think it is Fulci's finest. All right, the winner of your Grande Matteo horror movie madness is none other than The Thing. Wow. John Carpenter's The Thing reigns supreme tonight on Grande's Graveyard. Don't torture a duckling any longer. Give it to The Thing. Well, we did it, buddy. Matteo's laughing. He's trying to. Matteo. Lizard and Woman Skin is my favorite Fulci. Wow, that's a fantastic.
It's up there. It's up there. Up there.
Dude, yeah, this was a lot of fun. I had a great time tonight, man. This was so
same cool here, Johnny.
Yeah, if anyone wants to do their own brackets, right? You don't like our brackets. I know Graveyard Poets. This is a blasphemy. And Lord Freeze, you can, in the description below, you can play the link. It's free to play. Do make sure you click out of 32 so you get all 32 movies. Also, it's in the chat somewhere in here, and it's on my community tab. So if you want to play it for yourself and declare your own winner without any democracy involvement, you go ahead and do that. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Matteo, man, of course, you're always more than welcome. People saying thank you. Thank you, please. Grazie, Matteo. Ciao. Thank you, Grande. Stezio, new name. Thank you so much. Happy to have you here. What a fun time. Absolutely. Yeah, it was a fun time.
It's always a privilege, man, to be in your channel. You're amazing. You're a great friend. And thank you for, all the passion that you have for horror cinema and cinema in general.
Oh, dude, thank you. And I second that. Thank you for being a friend. And I always love talking, if it's not horror movies, it's wrestling. And if it's not wrestling, it's baseball. If it's not baseball, it's life.
Baseball is poker. If it's not poker, it's something else. Yeah.
There are a few people I have more things in common with than Matteo Appendino. Although tonight I questioned our love for Italian cinema, sir. I don't know about this
I'm questioning that too.
But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching. We'll try to do another one of these down the road, and we also like doing these director spotlights. Next week on Grande's Graveyard, it is a werewolf special. We're going to be reviewing The Wolfman, Ginger Snaps, and of course, American Werewolf in London. So 3 werewolf movies next week. Very much looking forward to that. But everybody, thank you so much. This was a Dastardly Bracket. Awesome show, guys. Great show. Have a wonderful end of the week. Absolutely, you too, Demon. Great show, guys. Thank you. Thanks to Alpha Romeo for sending me here. Oh, thank you, Alpha. I appreciate that. I did not know Sezio's name from your channel. Great night only on the Graveyard. But everybody, thank you so much.
Love you all, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Much love. Have a safe, happy, healthy weekend, and we will catch you next time only on the Graveyard. Too Sweet Peace. So long, everybody. Have a nice weekend.